Hello, everyone. Welcome to Braxton Live in the 2026 Northwoods Throwdown. This year, the West Virginia DNR, Department of Natural Resources Police Division, is taking on Maine's inland fishing and wildlife officers. So we'll see how things go tonight, but we're here in Charleston right now at Go Mart Field, and excited about the opportunity to bring such an important game to you all that are watching online. We have several people here playing. A lot of sponsors. You want to be sure to check them out as you see the different logos rolling across the screen. Be sure to check them out. They're having raffles and different things for night stay and cabins and bear hunts in Maine and all kind of things. And this all goes to a really good cause. So we're really thankful that you're watching this and took the time to sit down to subscribe and do all that kind of thing and to be able to watch the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break here in a moment. We're going to get through the rosters. We're going to do all kind of opening event stuff and first pitch and things like that. But we're going to have a good time today for an important game, a fun game, and we're going to, of course, talk to the coaches of each team and see what they think about this matchup tonight. So thanks for joining us for Braxton Live in the 2026 Northwoods Throwdown. We'll see you right after this first set of commercials.
I remember that first trip, everybody's like, "You're going where? With who?"
So when people come to one of our Becoming an Outdoors Woman workshops, they can expect a 3-day period with all kinds of different classes. We have over 20 unique classes that go anywhere from fishing to hunting to outdoor recreation. Anything and everything that you could possibly imagine, we've probably done it at one of our workshops.
Bow is extremely important. Women need to know that we can empower each other.
I fished a little bit, as a kid with my dad, but like taking the fishing classes, doing the fly fishing. We've done the Beyond Bow fly fishing weekend. Now I've gone with my nephew fly fishing. I was so happy to see that it's being brought back.
I'm Callie Farrell, and I'm from Charleston, West Virginia, and this is my mom.
I'm Cynthia Snyder, and I'm from Culloden, West Virginia, and this is my daughter.
Everybody here is so accepting. Like, I bring my task trained service dog with me, and everybody, all the ladies love him. He's a fan favorite.
It all comes down to the relationships that you build with people locally and from across the country that come to visit.
This is a lifelong mentorship program. It doesn't just end when you leave our event. It continues throughout your whole life.
You have a good trip down?
Yeah, we did.
Good. Yeah. You ready? All right. Welcome back to Braxton Live and the Northwoods Throwdown. Here I have Coach Moody with me today. Tell me a little bit about how this got started with this Northwoods Throwdown stuff.
Well, I think Sergeant Simmons and Dwayne had been talking about it, some training or something like that, and they just get talking. We were doing the similar thing up in Maine. We were playing New Hampshire, right, our rival, and right out there on the border. And they got talking about it and said, "Hey, maybe we ought to expand this and spread it out across the country a little bit." And so that's how it started, and it's been great.
Yeah. And so you played West Virginia, played us last year.
We did, yeah, in the mud and the rain, and typical the way it should be, right? A bunch of people out there. Not sure we should have played the game,
right.
But everybody was healthy, and we had a blast. And those that could come had a good time, and it's nice to see a good crowd here and a lot of kids around. So that's what it's all about.
So does this go for a good cause? What's all this about, really?
Yeah, so it's really just outreach, right? We do a lot of stuff, and this is a way to give back to the community and get kids, and love to have people go out and meet us. Not in a way that is in any way negative or anything like that. So it's a great way to do that, and all the proceeds go to Operation Game Thief and to help so we can stop poachers and intentional violators of and protect our wildlife. So it's a good outreach to get in the community, and of course we have a blast. You guys are great hosts, and it's a lot of fun.
It does sound like a lot of fun. I was looking at all the different things, the favorite outdoor activities and stuff, and I did see in there one of the guys, his favorite thing is to catch the poachers. So that was kind of a neat comment that he had.
Yeah, catching the poachers is always the idea, right? Those intentional violators are, the ones that we're always after, and that's what they like to do.
Yeah. Okay, so with it being from last year, not a rivalry thing here at all. It's a fun thing. But is there any trash talking going on?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it wouldn't be a competition. It wasn't. We're out here between the lines, right? Nobody's friends, but we're no. We had a great time last night, and we're looking forward to after the game today, but we'll have fun. It'll be a lot.
Well, welcome to Wild, Wonderful West Virginia. Hopefully you enjoy your stay down here, and thanks for coming down.
Again.
Yeah. Yep. Take care. All right. There you hear from Coach Moody. Just a little bit about what this is all about, to an outreach to the community, helpful things like that, and to give back to catching those who are illegally harvesting game and taking game fish and things like that. So that's something really important. So we're going to take another break, see if we can catch Coach Duffield and see what he has to say. So we'll see you right after this next set of commercials. Thanks for joining us for Braxton Live and the 2026 Northwoods Throwdown.
We're at Jackson County for the Hunter Safety Education course.
Preservation of life is the main goal of the Hunter Education class. We want people to enjoy the outdoors. However, with firearms, boats, bows, knives, there is inherently some danger.
It's all about safety. You know, whether you've been hunting for 50 years or 5 minutes, the firearm shoots the same and has the same dangers, right? It's important not only to learn and have the knowledge, but to develop and have the application. This gives you the foundation.
Boating safety, freestand safety, firearm safety. We throw a lot at them, and most of these courses go over 2 days. We have a lot of volunteer instructors. We have a lot of educators from the school system that help with this program. The Natural Resources Police officers' role in this is to facilitate the educational process, to have the paperwork and the process needed to get their license ultimately, and to promote the safety in the outdoors.
You can't be too smart. You can never know too much. The cost, the state will cover the cost for you. All you got to do is set a weekend aside and learn a little something, right? So there's no reason not to take it. By understanding the rules of hunting, you understand what's required to show respect to others as well. I think it's important for us not to forget the legacy. The folks that came before us, the Appalachians, built this country through all the things that they've done. It's important to remember that part of their legacy and keep it alive.
Welcome back to Braxton Live and the 2026 Northwoods Throwdown. I got Coach Dwayne Duffield here with me. Coach, what do you think about today's matchup?
So I think everybody knows last year we traveled to Portland, Maine, and was able to edge those guys out by one run. I think it was 5-4.
5-4?
In a monsoon downpour.
Yeah.
But we edged them out, and I'm sure that they're coming down here to play us. They didn't come 1,000 miles to lose a softball game.
Yeah. I saw y'all in warm-ups, and it wasn't a whole lot. I guess you guys had your shirts on or other shirts on, whatever it was. They didn't. They had some T-shirts on that said Game Warden on the back, but now it's full-on uniform. This is serious stuff.
They put it on. They got brand-new uniforms this year, too. So I think they changed something physically, but that was also to change the mindset, too.
Yeah,
they come to play.
Yeah, Coach Moody said there's got to be some trash talking. Between the lines, we're enemies, I think is what he said.
We had some fellowship breakfast this morning. We were buddied up, talking, laughing, joking, but the minute they walked out the door, it was a little different story. I think our game faces got put on. My guys are ready to play, and I'm sure their guys are ready to play as well.
Yeah. So what do you think about this matchup and just the outreach that he was mentioning, the outreach and catching the poachers and things like that? So, I mean, what do you think about the cost that goes to?
Well, I think everybody here understands the importance of what we're trying to do, and we wanted to try to fill these stands with youngsters. We have outdoor vendors set up for that reason. We have 25 game wardens here that is going to be able to talk to these kids, talk to the public, and actually try to educate them here instead of educating them out in the field.
Yeah, any opportunity to get the message out is a good opportunity.
And that is the primary reason we're here, to make a difference.
Yeah.
We want to make a difference in these kiddos' lives.
Yeah, and law enforcement in general, just being around kids and being able to encourage them and show them the good side of things when there's so much bad going on in the world.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what today's about. We want every individual and every kid to leave with a smile on their face today.
Yeah, and have the dreams of being an officer.
Or maybe even to play sports or jump into sports. I mean, it could open a lot of doors for sure.
Yeah, all sides of things. I mean, we could talk forever on that. Well, I'll let you get back to the team. Thank you for your time. Good luck.
It's great to have you guys.
Bring the win home for West Virginia.
We're going to work on it here in about 15 minutes.
All right, okay. Well, get ready for the first pitch, all right?
Yes, sir.
Take care. All right, there you hear from Dwayne Duffield. Just the game faces are on. They got new uniforms from Maine. They're trying to up their game, and we'll just see how it all turns out. So we're taking another break. We'll come back for the first pitch. And thanks again for joining us for Braxton Live in the 2026 Northwoods Throwdown. We'll see you right after the break.
We support all units within Wildlife Resources with spatial data needs, other non-spatial data needs, and mapping. We support the electronic licensing system where citizens buy their hunting and fishing licenses, and a lot of that information.
One of the big maps that we create is our wildlife management handout maps. They're geared towards hunters' purposes for navigation on our WMAs. I'm holding one of them that we've recently created that we've gotten some new updates on, like wildlife openings. We're now showing whether we maintain the openings or whether they're just natural openings and different types of roads. One of the biggest issues working with our field guys is they constantly change different things, management practices that they're doing on their wildlife openings, and change things on the areas, and we kind of need to keep that updated in our system in a timely manner.
The DNR hosts several citizen science opportunities. This includes the recent box turtle survey we opened in 2020, where we asked the public for sightings of box turtles. We had over 8,000 observations to that turtle survey in 2 years, which was phenomenal. We're doing similar citizen science opportunities with hellbenders and mud puppies, as well as river otters and fireflies. So we have a myriad of ways for the public to get involved in what the DNR is doing.
The West Virginia DNR GIS unit manages many different internal and public-facing data systems. For our public-facing use, one of our biggest maps is our interactive online hunting and fishing map. This is accessible through our website, and it's a place where hunters or anglers can go to find great resources on public hunting areas and things that are available for them there, like what type of game is available for hunting there, what the seasons are, where parking areas are. You can find fishing access sites and any other additional spatial information that the DNR has about how the public can best access our hunting and fishing resources.
We are thrown by Sissy Duffield. All right. Then a lady from Maine threw out the first pitch. Okay, a third person throwing. I think they had the students out today and was able to pick from those who showed up somehow. I think they picked up a ball if I had a sticker on it. They were the ones that were selected to be able to throw out another first pitch. So there we go. All right. Okay, there you have it. I didn't hear the young man's name. A little league player. Some here local, surely. And then here's Sissy Duffield for the first pitch. All right, she backed up. Do this right. There we go. Okay, there we go. Threw it to her son, Shane Duffield, who is also a DNR officer. The twin brother, Dwayne, is the coach of the DNR for West Virginia softball team this year. So there you go. Lots of fun right there. There you go. Showing the love for Mom. Following the first pitch on our schedule. All right, so now they've done the first pitches. I'm going to move over here out of their way. They're going to introduce the players. So here we go. It's hard to get the audio and everything, but I'll read through the rosters here in a second as they're taking their spot for West Virginia. Jersey number 1 is Captain Dwayne Duffield. Actually, they're going to start with Maine. All right. Sergeant Chris Simmons, number 3. Officer Nick Johnson, number 2. Officer Garrett Moody, number 5. Isaiah Dyer, Officer Isaiah Dyer, number 7. Sergeant Josh Beal, number 8. Officer Chris Carney, number 9. Officer Erickson Shea, number 13. Officer Dory Coolis, number 18. Officer Cody York, number 33. Sergeant Scott Thrasher, number 41. The coach, retired Lieutenant Mike Moody, number 61. And then we have a bat boy, Jed Beal. For West Virginia, our coach, number 1, Captain Dwayne Duffield. Number 8, Sergeant Alan Phillips. Number 9, Officer Justin Deeds. Number 10, Sergeant Chris Fitzwater. Number 12, Senior Officer J.C. Wheeler. Number 13, Officer Noah Pack. Number 14, Officer Hunter Sampson. Number 15, Sergeant Adam, Kai Kendall. Number 22, Sergeant Cody Smith. Number 23, Officer Caden Kimball. Number 24, Corporal Buzz Newsom. Number 40, Sergeant Mike Lindell. Number 42, Sergeant Andy Lyons. Number 76, Senior Officer Matthew Stover. Number 77, Officer Zach Liller. Number 99, Officer Robert Rakes. And 2 bat boys, number 9, Jace Lyons, and number 41, Brantley Lindell. So, I believe we have a moment of silence now.
West Virginia, Maine Ward 2202.
And what they're doing right now, call for Maine Warden 2203.
Final call for Maine Ward 2203. This is the final call for Maine Warden Services. Game Warden Joshua T. Tibbetts. After 12 years with the Knoxville County Sheriff's Office and 18 years with Maine Warden Service, Game Warden Joshua T. Tibbetts has answered his final call and made the ultimate sacrifice in service to the citizens of the state of Maine. On behalf of the West Virginia Natural Resources Police and the state of West Virginia, we thank you for your bravery, your dedication, and your unwavering commitment to the citizens of Maine and the natural resources you protected. Rest easy, Warden Tibbetts. Your brothers and sisters will take it from here. Maine Warden Joshua T. Tibbetts is 1042. End of watch, May 12th, 2026. Let us all have a moment of silence for Maine Warden Joshua T. Tibbetts. Standing for the singing of our national anthem.
All right, if you wasn't able to hear that, they were a tribute to Maine Warden Joshua Tibbetts, and now for our national anthem.
support all units within Wildlife Resources with spatial data needs, other non-spatial data needs, and mapping. We support the electronic licensing system where citizens buy their hunting and fishing licenses, and a lot of that information.
One of the big maps that we create is our wildlife management handout maps. They're geared towards hunters' purposes for navigation on our WMAs. I'm holding one of them that we've recently created that we've gotten some new updates on, like wildlife openings. We're now showing whether we maintain the openings or whether they're just natural openings and different types of roads. One of the biggest issues working with our field guys is they constantly change different things, management practices that they're doing on their wildlife openings, and change things on the areas, and we kind of need to keep that updated in our system in a timely manner.
The DNR hosts several citizen science opportunities. This includes the recent box turtle survey we opened in 2020, where we asked the public for sightings of box turtles. We had over 8,000 observations to that turtle survey in 2 years, which was phenomenal. We're doing similar citizen science opportunities with hellbenders and mud puppies, as well as river otters and fireflies. So we have a myriad of ways for the public to get involved in what the DNR is doing.
The West Virginia DNR GIS unit manages many different internal and public-facing data systems. For our public-facing use, one of our biggest maps is our interactive online hunting and fishing map. This is accessible through our website, and it's a place where hunters or anglers can go to find great resources on public hunting areas and things that are available for them there, like what type of game is available for hunting there, what the seasons are, where parking areas are. You can find fishing access sites and any other additional spatial information that the DNR has about how the public can best access our hunting and fishing resources.
Welcome back to Braxton Live. Jamie Oates up here in the booth with you in Charleston, West Virginia, alongside J.D. Drake. And it is the Northwoods Throwdown between your West Virginia Department of Natural Resources Game Wardens and the Maine Game Wardens. And J.D., what a beautiful evening for this spectacular softball game.
Yeah, once again, it's a pleasure to be here with you this evening, and I'm looking forward to a throwdown in Charlestown.
The throwdown in the big town, right? That's right. Exciting. We've got to mingle with a lot of folks here this afternoon, and talking with the Maine, a lot of the players and coaches and personnel that have traveled south down here to West Virginia. They've enjoyed the atmosphere and the environment down here. They say it's pretty much like Maine, except they don't have the oceans.
Yeah, of course, we don't have the ocean and lobster.
Lobster or shrimp.
Or moose.
Or moose, yeah.
But the topography really pretty much sounded very, very similar with lakes, mountains. It was pretty amazing, the similarity between the two states, and just a wonderful group of people.
Yes, they've been very nice. They've enjoyed their time down here, very courteous, and we're hoping, that we are able to cover the game next year.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. I've never been to Maine, but boy, I'd be more than willing to make that trip.
Absolutely. Now, we're going to say this, and folks in Maine, we are glad you're joining us. We hope you're enjoying this broadcast, and we hope you enjoy this game, but we hope you lose.
Yeah, you're West Virginian at heart. You can't help. You want to hear that country roads at the end of the ball game.
That's what we're shooting for, country roads at the end of the ball game. But today, this entire event is centered around kids and getting kids involved in the outdoors. And what a great environment to do that.
Yeah, and we talked about it pregame, especially with some of the Maine players and their coaches. That's something that we've always been big into, is the outdoors.
Yes.
Hunting, fishing, and involving our kids and involving kids that are not even of our own.
Exactly. Yes.
Taking them out in the woods, and just a wonderful, wonderful activity to do, especially with young people.
And also, not just kids, but also trying to include more women in the outdoors as well.
Oh, absolutely.
We're going to catch up with a lady that has the first that we know of in the state of West Virginia sponsored. She's a coyote hunter.
Yeah.
And near and dear to our heart, friend of ours, but we're going to catch up with her here later during the broadcast. But, this is centered towards kids and education of kids, getting them in, I guess, embodied into our natural resources, the waters, the woods, everything. So all the proceeds from today's event, everything is centered around kids. So part of the proceeds will go to the Maine Game Warden Association, and it's all geared towards sponsoring children's events.
Yes.
Fishing expeditions, hunting expeditions, training, education, different things. Another portion goes to the West Virginia Department of Natural Resources for the same thing. But then they're also involved in the IWC, which is the International Wildlife Crime Stoppers. And it is focused, and that's out of Maine, and that's, I think it's nationally, but
yes.
Maine is big on this as well as WVU, but it's focused on catching poachers, people that are carrying things out of the season. We've seen it. We've seen it along our own interstates and roadways where people have taken the life of an animal, cut the head off. You hear stories all the time of hunters going out finding an animal. Nobody did anything with the carcass. They just cut the head off for the antlers.
Yeah,
and too many fish, or whatever the case may be. So it's all geared towards involving the community and helping to stop these poachers.
Yeah, it's not only involving the kids and getting them involved in hunting, but also getting them involved in good ethical practices when it comes to hunting and fishing.
Yes.
And that's something that, like I said, we've tried to instill in our kids as well. I'm happy to be a part of this event.
Yes, without a doubt. Head coaches for tonight's teams, West Virginia's Dwayne Duffield. He's a captain with the West Virginia Department of Natural Resources. And then also you've got the head coach for Maine, and he is a retired Lieutenant Mike Moody out of Maine. And both gentlemen talked to us a little bit about this evening's contest and
keys to the game.
Keys to the and both of them were kind of mirror images of each other, weren't they?
They were. It's like they read each other's scouting reports there.
Yeah. So before we dive into that, let's recap the last year because they both said the same thing, and we really got some details from Coach Moody with Maine. West Virginia. Well, first off, this thing started. This whole ball game series started by a challenge. Chris Simmons, who is on Maine's team this evening, we talked with him, and it started at his dinner table.
Which many good ideas seem to start at the dinner table.
That's right. But it started with a challenge from his daughter. Anyway, long story short, pulled together some staff from the Maine Game Wardens, took on their children, and won that contest. And so that it escalated from there. They started taking on Belfast High School Game Wardens against the students. And then from there, they started playing New Hampshire and started a series, had a 6-year series with New Hampshire. So when New Hampshire started to bow out, Dwayne Duffield and Mr. Simmons knew each other from being in the IWC at a conference and a little bit of banter back and forth. And that's how we got into this mix with Maine. West Virginia traveled to Maine last year in the first game of this series and took the contest 5-4, and what they said was a slop fest.
Yes, we definitely heard that it was a blinding rainstorm. So far tonight, it appears that the weather's going to be a little bit better tonight, and we'll take it from there and see how it goes tonight.
Yeah, because Coach Moody even said they had to dig trenches to get water out of the infield, so no trench digging here on this turf field tonight.
No, they won't be able to have that to fall back on tonight, so we'll see how it goes.
So Maine comes in, down the series 0-1. They lost the opening game last year. Coach Moody said, got to have some solid defense tonight. He said he guaranteed, or one of his staff, Miss Tasha Pinkham, said country roads would not be played tonight. So challenge has been made by Maine. But they said Coach Moody said his defense got to make plays, and he's coming down here with a fairly new roster. He's got 4 or 5 new folks on his roster that did not play in last year's contest. So he said, we're a little bit young, a little new, but we're coming down here to leave with a victory.
Yeah, and I mean he had some good points talking about the fact that as far as batting, they wanted to be sure to try to hit the ground balls, line drives, because as he said, we're all a little bit older, and it's pretty easy to get underneath a fly ball, but when you have a grounder, you really got to move to get.
Right.
So he said that was one of the keys as far as batting and being able to do that with consecutive batters.
And Coach Duffield reciprocated that when we stepped across the field, didn't he?
Mirrored probably pretty much the same thing, trying to hit on top of the ball, get the ball on the ground, try to get it through the gaps, and stay away from the pop-ups. Well, we've got our first batter up here.
And here we go, up for Maine.
That'd be number 5, Garrett Moody.
First at bat, right over the head of the second baseman, falls for a single into right field. Fielded cleanly by the defense, but we got our first runner on base for Maine.
Definitely just blooped that right over top of their heads.
And those are hard to defend. You find those gaps like that, they're just hard to defend. Now West Virginia has an opportunity for a double play here.
And once again, this is number 13 that's up the bat. That'd be Erickson Shea.
Hit down to third base, looking for 2. Throw was in time, got the lead runner. We got 1 down for Maine, and they still have a runner standing on the corner. So no damage done with that first hit.
Coming up next, we have number 2, Nick Johnson for Maine.
He looks like he can swing the bat a little bit.
Mr. Shea had a set of wheels there. We couldn't quite pull the double play.
First pitch, a little low. Didn't like that one. Being a little selective here. Falls for a ball. Swung on, and another gapper over the head of the second baseman. And it's going to fall into right field. It's going to be bobbled, and we have got Shea standing at second. So we got runners on first and second with 1 out. Now the Mountaineer defense going to have to step it up a little bit.
They're going to have to definitely step it up with 2 runners on here.
And that's something that Coach Duffield alluded to. We can't let them find gaps, can't let them hit holes. We have to offensively find holes. So that's right to the shortstop. Should be able to get the lead runner. Tag. And to play at second. It's in time for a double play. And just like that, the West Virginia Department of Natural Resources steps off the field. So at the bottom of 1, it's no score. We're going to take a break. After this replay, look at that. Fielded very cleanly. Wisely makes the tag, which allows time to get that throw to second. High throw, but made, and double play.
Nice barehanded play there.
Yes, indeed. We're going to step aside some words from our sponsors back after this break on Braxton Live.
We are in the Claudia L. Workman Wildlife Education Center, which is located on the Forks of Coal State Natural Area. This land was donated by Jack Workman in honor or memory of his late wife, Claudia Workman. There's kind of 5 parts to the education center here. Kind of the first when you come in the door is an orientation center, which has some exhibits about who the DNR is, what their agency does, and just about the state natural area, what's here maybe, a trail map on it. And then probably one of the first things people will notice is there's about a 1,500-gallon aquarium. Also, there'll be 3 cages that have reptiles or amphibians native to West Virginia in it. And then there's one area that deals with wildlife management, and basically wildlife management success stories. Animals that were either totally wiped out of West Virginia or almost wiped out of West Virginia, and then were brought back through scientific wildlife management by the DNR. And then there's another area on the other side that deals with habitat management, how the Division of Natural Resources manages habitat for wildlife. And there's kind of 3 islands or dioramas there. First one deals with an area that's just called early succession, right after maybe a timber cut or right after a fire or something, what animals might live in that type of habitat. Then the second island is talking about a young forest, maybe 10 to 15 years after a clear cut or a fire or something. Finally is a mature forest. And there's also an area basically dedicated to bird watching that looks out the back. The whole back of the building is basically covered with windows, so you see out the trees. Trying to make it interactive as possible, especially for little kids. There's a place with 2 binoculars that are tethered, and they can pick up the binoculars and try to see if there's any birds or anything they might want to look at, a tree out there or a squirrel or something. And also talking about pollinators, the importance of insects particularly, sometimes like hummingbirds, bees, and there actually will be a honeybee hive, observation hive that people can see from the inside there. But there's also miles and miles of trails in the property here. And so certainly after people come inside and see what's around here, we're going to encourage them to get outside and walk on the trails.
Down live in Charleston, West Virginia, right here on Braxton Live. And pretty short inning for the West Virginia defense as they get to come up and try their hand at some offense now, JD.
Yeah, and I mean, that was one of the keys that Coach Duffield spoke about. He said that they were very good defensively, and they showed it there by turning a double play to end the inning.
Yeah. So without further ado, up comes the first batter for West Virginia, Mike Lindale. And he is ready to get started for his team. High and inside for ball 1.
Looked like he brushed him back there a little.
Yeah, a little chin music there. And sharply hit right back up to center. And he's going to find himself standing at first base. Good start for West Virginia.
Up next, we have number 10, Chris Fitzwater.
Mr. Fitzwater, sergeant for the West Virginia out of Greenbrier County. And they say Fitz is fast, so we'll see. He finds right field. It's going to drop right to the first baseman, and we're not going to get to check out his speed because he pops out to the first baseman for out number 1.
And up next, we have number 14, Hunter Sampson.
Hunter Sampson he pops it up, and that's what Coach Duffield said we didn't need to happen, and it goes to the 6 hole, and the shortstop cleans that up for out number 2. So Mr. Lindale, the first and only hit for West Virginia to this point. Got to find the top of the ball.
Up next is number 77. That would be Zach Liller.
Here we go. He's going to take that for
ball 1.
Ball 1. Nice crowd here this evening for this event. That's going outside for ball 2.
Just a little bit outside.
Just a little bit outside. And that's inside for ball 3. 3-0 count now for Liller. And you got to think he's probably not swinging on this one.
It's softball. He may.
He's swinging. Here it is. And he does, and he pops it up right to the first baseman, and that's 1, 2, 3 for the Maine Game Wardens. So at the end of 1, we're scoreless here in Charleston. We want to thank our sponsors, though. Afterlife Taxidermy, ALT's Enterprise Applied Construction Solutions.
Along with Burke and Herbert Bank, C. Adam Tony, and Cold Brook Guide Services.
Back after this break, right here on Braxton Live.
My name is Sanya Zikafus, and I'm the Wildlife Calendar Program Manager, and what I do is help produce the West Virginia Wildlife Calendar. We've been working on the calendar for over 35 years, and what the calendar does is it helps fund our non-game wildlife program. It also promotes awareness of the various species found in West Virginia. A few of the projects that the calendar helps fund would be the Candy Darter Project and our citizen science projects, which include working with fireflies, box turtles, the rattlesnake survey, and also with the Hellbender Project. And more about those projects can be found on the West Virginia Division of Natural Resources website. This calendar raises awareness and helps people learn about the different animals that are here, the different wildlife that is here. I think it helps them appreciate better and understand better when they get to read the different facts about the different wildlife and to learn about what's here. We have various retail locations. They can go to the WVDNR website, that's wvdnr.gov. They can call in their order to the Elkins Operations Center or also mail in their order to the Elkins Operations Center. Also, if you go to the WVDNR website, there's a list of the retail locations throughout the state. that have the calendar available for purchase. The best time to order the calendar will be between now and early November to beat the holiday rush. So the calendar does have something for everybody, whether you just appreciate art or you want to know about the opening and closing seasons, or you just love West Virginia. It's something that people can hang up and see every day and learn new things, or just appreciate the art that is featured in the calendar. I have had the honor of meeting so many people who just say how the calendar has such a positive impact on their life, and they look forward to just flipping through it and reading the information every day. So I've got to meet a lot of cool people and a lot of the very talented artists. It's given me a better idea of how projects are funded through the DNR, and it allows me to kind of see what this benefits and how this helps people. So it's just a really cool project.
Welcome back to Braxton Live. It's the Northwoods Showdown. And we've got our next batter for Maine coming up.
It'd be 99. I believe it's Mark Delia.
Here we go. Here's the delivery.
I'd say they're going to be a little careful with him. He's a pretty good sized man there.
He's there, stares down the first pitch ball there. Right down the middle, popped up. Should be no trouble for the second baseman. Hits all. That spin on that turf, JD, causes the West Virginia DNR a little bit of trouble.
Sure did there.
Buzz Newman, our second baseman, unable to get underneath of it. And you can see what that spin does on that turf.
Oh, it definitely comes off there at some strange angles.
So Maine has a runner on the corner, and they've got Chris Carney up next. He stares down the first pitch for a ball. And lines that out into left field over the head of the shortstop. And that's going to advance Delia. So they got runners on 1 and 2. And no outs yet for the West Virginia DNR. Maine coming out hot in this second inning.
Yep, up next we have number 33, Cody York.
Andy Lyons catching he's behind the plate. He's managing the defense for West Virginia. Out there had some plays, and he puts a shift on here, JD, because we do have a lefty. And York takes a first pitch ball. If he swings while there's a plane overhead, he might hit the plane.
He could.
He is a large lad. Second pitch is a ball. And hit into the 5-6 gap, and that's going to move runners all the way to all corners but home. So the bases are loaded for Maine, and the West Virginia DNR in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah, coming up is number 41, Scott Thrasher.
And you know he's looking to find a gap in this defense.
He sure is. But Maine's really got it going here with 3 back-to-back singles. Back-to-back singles.
Yeah, we need to stop the carnage now. He dreamed of being the Red Sox starting catcher, but settled for becoming a game warden, it says. So he's getting to live out his dream here a little bit on this semi-pro park. And he's also a lefty. Oh, that's a high pitch from Adam. Ball 1 for Thrasher. Outside for Thrasher for ball 2. One thing about today's contest, if it does rain, they'll keep playing, no mud.
Yeah.
And he pops that up, and that should be trouble. Going to be cleaned up by the first baseman. No runners advance. A good heads-up play by Zach Liller, the first baseman for West Virginia. Maine racking up the hits. They've got 5 hits to West Virginia's 1. But we just got to keep that goose egg on the board.
We sure do here.
Now up for Maine. Who we got now?
I'm sorry. It's number 3, Chris Simmons.
He takes the first pitch ball. Low and a little bit outside. There's a strike. 1-1 now the count. Be nice if the umpire gives a little. There's a sharply hit drive. Oh, it's going to be fielded by the Rover for West Virginia. 2 outs now. He had to go up. Look at this replay. He had to go up, elevate a little bit for that one, JD.
He sure did, and he just happened to be at the right spot at the right time.
Yes, he did.
Coming up next, we have number 18, Dory Coolis.
Here we go. Swung, popped up, and it should be an easy third out for West Virginia. And Maine leaves 3 stranded. And good defense by West Virginia.
Absolutely. Those last 3 pop-ups really helped us out there.
Absolutely. Folks, we thank you for tuning in. We couldn't do it without our sponsors, and we've got a boatload of sponsors. We've got also, going down our list, we got Dovetail Bats. We've got Eldridge Lumber and Hardware. We've got Fly Rod Chronicles with Curtis Fleming, a West Virginia native.
Sure. And we also have Golly River Estates, Go for Go Mart.
Go for good times at Go Mart.
Grove Street Tech Repair.
Also Hancock Lumber. We've got Harmon's Log Cabins. We know where that's at. And Hatfield McCoy Trails.
Along with the Highlands Bank, Hunter Safety Systems, Kennebec Savings Bank,
Lee Miles Transmission, Lewis Nissan, and Lockards Incorporated. We know those guys.
And Maine Community Bank, Maine Operation Game Thief, and Moody's.
Nitro Construction Services, National Wildlife Turkey Federation, Potomac Headquarters Chapter, and Ohio River Outdoors.
Along with Park Center Sporting Goods, Princeton Elks, and the Ready Box.
Rodney Loftus and Son Contracting, Senator Vince Deeds, and Simply Pest Solutions.
And here's my favorite one on the whole list, Striper Swiper Guide Services.
Say it again, JD.
Striper Swiper Guide Services. Got to love that.
Yeah, it's fun to say.
Yeah, they definitely came up with a good name.
Yes, they did.
The Shooter's Den, the Thin Blue Line Stitching.
And then you have United Insurance, White Cap Waste, and Whitetail Frenzy.
West Virginia Golf Association, along with Wyman's.
And I tell you what, a lot of folks involved in this, and a lot of folks behind the scenes to put this together at this venue. What a great venue to play this in the state's capital, and a pretty good turnout for today's contest. We'd like to see this place absolutely packed, but hopefully as this grows, this series continues to grow, that this will pull in more and more folks.
And I believe it will as it grows and the word gets out, because this is a pretty fun event, especially with all the vendors, the raffles and everything else. It's a good cause, good event, and we hope to see it continue both in Maine and here.
Yeah, a lot of the sponsors that we just shared that you can see are sponsors rolling across the bottom of the screen. Several of these sponsors have booths set up where you can come and, Striper Swipers here.
Yeah,
they're offering a chance at a free striper fishing guided trip.
Yes.
You got Harmon's Cabins. They're offering a 2-night stay at their cabins. Excellent fishing there on the south branch of the Potomac. We fished it numerous times, not at Harmon's, but in that area. And here we go, first batter for West Virginia. Sharply hit to the shortstop. Can the play be made? It's dropped, and he's there safely.
That was number 22, Cody Smith.
Oh, Cody. Sharply hit that. It did not take long to get to the shortstop, and I thought it was going to be a routine play, and Maine's defense bobbled it. And you can see right here, that skip it's hard to grip that softball.
It is. It's, like I said, it's a little bit bigger than a baseball.
Yep.
Makes it difficult to grip sometimes.
And now we've got who?
Well, we got up now, I believe, it would be Officer Wheeler, I believe.
He takes a first pitch strike. Wheeler needs to wheel on around the basements here. Inside for ball 1.
Sorry, that'd be J.C. Wheeler.
So we need Wheeler to connect here, find the gap. And he pops it into the air. It's deep. It's going to be caught. It's going to be fielded cleanly, and that's going to back up Mr. Smith. He's going to be standing at 1. 1 down now for the Maine defense.
Up next, we have number 24, Buzz Newsom.
That's a nice name.
That's
a lot of Z's in one name.
That is a lot of Z's.
He's the buzz around town.
It's kind of making me tired with all them Z's.
Yeah. On the mound is Chris Simmons for Maine. He goes way outside for Buzz. Something tells me these two have met before.
I believe so.
Second pitch. Sharply hit. It's on the ground. We'll try and get the lead runner. They do get the lead runner, and Buzz makes it safely, but now there's 2 outs for West Virginia on that fielder's choice play. So
up next we have number 76, Matthew Stover.
We need a good solid hit. We're still sitting at 1 hit here in the bottom of the second. Umpire's got time on the field. Oh, we got some softballs there outside the dugout. You got to remember, these are professional athletes here, folks. These guys are going to need about 1.5 buckets of Ben Gay tomorrow morning.
Yeah, if they were at a major university, they'd be in one of those red light beds or cryogenic chamber there.
We'd be right there with them, too.
We absolutely would.
Yes. We're not making fun of them. We're just in the same shape that some of them are. And sharply, it's popped up. Could be trouble. Could sun be the issue? No, it's not. And that rounds out the 3rd out for Maine's defense. And we are still scoreless here. Going to the top of the 3rd. We'll be back after this break right here on Braxton Live.
This program has had actually an amazing effect on our communities, big and small. With these kids, when they do such amazing things, it brings everyone to a center point and it makes them feel seen. One of the main things I don't believe people might know about this program, since it's been going 20 years strong, over 250,000 kids have come through the program. That's a lot of kids. And over 500,000 arrows have been shot at the state tournaments since our first state tournament. That's a lot of kids, and just think, in another 20 years, man, those numbers are going to be amazing to see.
My involvement with archery in the schools program is I've been a head coach for this, finishing up my 9th year. A lot of the kids that we have, I like to say, maybe would fall through the cracks. This gives them a way to be a part of a team, and anyone can learn to shoot a bow. I love watching these kids, like when you see them the day it clicks in their head, and they just get this enormous smile on their face. We are leaving an impact on their life, and that's my ultimate goal.
The one thing that I really want people to take away from this event is the discipline these kids have. Number one is sportsmanship. It's about how you treat your competitor, how you treat your neighbor. Most people may not understand how important this program is if you're not a part of it. But if you're ever curious about it and your school doesn't have it, I'm willing to help anyone get this program started. And it's so simple to start, just with one phone call to me.
I would encourage people, they just have to have somebody in that school, one person, one teacher, one staff member who will step up and sponsor it. And I would encourage people to.
And welcome back. First batter up for Maine. I mean, he got a piece of it, didn't he?
He sure did.
Hit it about 3 feet out of the box. It's almost a bunt. But he's on base for Maine. So up next now, who we got?
We got Moody up next. Once again, he was 1 for 1 with a single.
Top of the order, bobbled. Oh, error out in left field, and that's going to send Moody to first, and he advances the runner to second. And up next, we've got.
Up next, we have number 13, Shea. He was 0 for 1 and grounded out in the first inning.
There we go. So, West Virginia, they got a little trouble, got runners on first and second. Sharply hit up the gap and gets through the shortstop. That could score one for Maine. They're going to try, and they're going to hold him back. Can they get the – oh, he's there safely. Nice effort to keep that lead runner on third. I'll tell you what, JD, every inning, though, Maine's getting a little hotter.
They're getting more people on the base, and you get people on base, you tend to score some runs. So right now we got coming up number 2, Nick Johnson, who was 1 for 1 with a single.
Maine with 8 hits in this contest so far. Folks, we got a special guest joining us up here in the booth. We're going to talk with her in just a second, but let's see what is on deck with this big hitter for Maine. It's the Maine Monster. They go inside, and he's got 2 balls on him so far. No outs yet for the West Virginia DNR. Maine sitting pretty with runners on the corners. And that gets through the backstop. So was that a foul or? Oh. Okay, anything past the catcher is a dead ball. Special rule. These guys have to work Monday. That's wise. All right, here we go. And that's hit right up the middle. It's going to get through. It's going to score 1 for Maine. And we've got a runner down. We got a player down. And I'm not sure what happened. We have got an injury, and they're calling for medical staff. So we've got a timeout in the field while we take. Here's the replay. And he was already down before we could see what happened. Looks like maybe an ankle or looking at the knee area. Can't be sure, JD. Did you see what happened?
I couldn't see exactly what happened. There's a little bit of a bar in my vision here in the window.
He is not putting much pressure on that leg. But we've got Linda Schaefer in the booth with us. Hello, Ms. Linda. How are you?
I am just fine.
And we're thankful that you're here. And let's talk about why you're here. You have a booth set up here, don't you?
Yes, I do.
And what is let's talk about your hobby. You are an outdoors woman. And
right.
Your hobby is what?
I coyote hunt.
Do you hear that, ladies? She coyote hunts.
Yes, I coyote hunt.
And you are the first female ever. You're sponsored now, aren't you?
I got a call August the 1st, and it was from Dark Night Outdoors, and I thought it was a joke. I was waiting for them to say, this was just a joke, April Fool. But they said, they're from Illinois, and they said, Linda, we have had a meeting. We've sponsored 10 people, and this is huge. It's 10 people from all over the United States.
Right.
And I was one of the ladies, I'm the only lady they sponsored.
So how did they find out about you, Linda?
Well, of course, I've been coyote hunting for about 5 years, and so I'm on Facebook, and I guess my name got out there, but they dropped my name. Tori Cook and John Collins dropped my name in a podcast last year.
Right.
And this guy from one of Ronnie's friends from Buchanan called Ronnie and said, hey, you've got to listen to this. They just dropped your wife's name in a podcast. So we was headed down to Pigeon Forge and we listened to it. And I thought, wow, they put me up in some of the best coyote hunters in the country. And so they said, Linda, we want to sponsor you. You've worked hard, and your name's out there. Your name's out there. You don't realize how big this is. So I am so thankful. I love to hunt, and I just only coyote hunt. So, but yeah, I'm so excited about it.
Well, we're so proud of you. Of course, we've known you for a long time. But how did you get involved? What sparked your interest in coyote hunting?
My husband, he came home one evening. He said, Linda, we're going to start coyote hunting. Well, I didn't know what coyote hunting was. And he wanted you hunt at night. And, of course, I thought, okay. So then we hunted together and stuff. And then he started working. He retired from the power company. Then he started getting a job and, working away. Well, I got in. I loved to hunt, so I just started going on my own. And I'm just slaying them.
Yes, you are. Who we got, JD?
Right now we got Officer Bill up.
There we go. Let's see what Officer Bill does. And he drives it back up the short field. It's going to score. They could turn a double play, not in time. And they're going to go home with the play. Play is not in time, and Maine scores a third. So heck of a try by West Virginia DNR, but Maine scores 2 on that sacrifice by Bill. And now the West Virginia DNR, a little bit of a deficit here, JD.
They sure are down here 3-0.
And now we've got number 99. He drives that back to the pitcher. They go there for the easy out to 1. And 2 down now for Maine. They've got a runner standing on second. Nice job by the pitcher. Got 2 down.
Up next is number 33, Cody York.
He goes way outside with that pitch. For ball 1, 3-0 here. Goes inside for ball 2. If that was our boys in the dugout, they'd say, wear it. Swing. And that ball foul should be foul as it hit him. And he is called, it's called a foul ball. So he's going to come back and get another opportunity. 2 down, but some damage done in this 3rd inning by Maine. And he drives that into left field. That's going to fall fair, and that's going to score another. And by the time, they're going to hold the runner at 3rd. And Bill's probably thinking, thank you for holding me, Coach.
They've definitely got runners at the corners. Number 33 is up the bat. That would be Cody York.
Lefty's back. What'd he do in the first?
He had a single in the first.
And he actually took it opposite field, if I remember correctly. Everybody's shifting to the right, but he drove it into right up the 5-6 gap in his first plate appearance. He drives that and pops it up, and that should be an easy out to get out of the inning, and it is. So we've got Linda up here with us. Linda, sponsored by Dark Night Outdoors, coyote hunting extraordinaire. What is your count up to now, Linda?
I am up to 208.
And are all these coyotes taken in the state of West Virginia?
Yes.
Have you had an opportunity to go out of state at all, or have you tried going out of state anywhere?
I haven't tried, no.
There's plenty in West Virginia.
Oh, yeah. I told some of the Dark Night Outdoors pro staff, I said, you guys need to come up here to West Virginia because we don't, our territory is totally different from out west and all that. And I said, it's harder to hunt here than compared to other states. But, yeah, it's just, I just love it. I go about every night.
Yes. Now, what is it? So walk us through a typical, what time do you typically start? Because you've got setup time, you've got, and some of your places you hunt are a considerable distance from your house.
Yes. So Ronnie, we hunt totally different now. And so I go out I'll probably leave like the house at 6 o'clock and get there before dark.
Right.
And then I'll set up and then I just wait and then just watch for them. And then if I see them, I'll play my call or whatever. Sometimes I'll play a call. And but yeah, I'm up to 208.
So what would you say to young ladies interested in hunting? What's the best way to get started in something like this?
Well, if you're interested in, like, I don't care if it's deer hunting, coyote hunting, or whatever. If you love what you're doing, just get out there and do it and enjoy it. And it's not. I have fun. And when I was sponsored here, I thought, man, I'm gonna, I was kind of pressured. I thought, I'm gonna have to kill more coyotes and stuff.
Right.
And they said, no, Linda, just go out there and enjoy yourself and have fun. So that's what I do.
There you go. What's the sponsorship entail? Is it going to provide more opportunities for you to be a voice for women in hunting and in the outdoors?
Yeah, and there's not very many women there is some women hunts, but I don't think there's any in West Virginia. I don't know.
Right.
But it's just a good thing if even get out with your husband and hunt.
Right.
And if you love what you're doing and they're good at it, you may have some sponsorship to say, hey, I want to sponsor her or whatever.
Right. Well, we're so proud of you. We're excited for you, and keep knocking them coyotes down.
I was in I got into a magazine. They published me in a magazine, Elk River Outdoors. So, the sponsorship said, Linda, this is huge, and there's so much stuff, I'm just now learning.
Right.
So, I'm just in awe about it and thankful.
Well, we're excited for you. and proud of you because you're representing West Virginia very, very well.
Thank you.
And taking care of some just rascally predators.
Yes.
Well, we will let you go because I'm sure there are people. You've probably been busy at your booth this evening.
I have been busy, yeah.
Outstanding.
Uh-huh.
Well, thank you for joining us.
All righty.
And I hope I didn't ask you any questions that were too hard.
No.
Okay.
No. Thanks.
Yes. That was Ms. Linda Shaver, sponsored by Dark Night Outdoors, first woman in West Virginia to be sponsored in coyote hunting. And how exciting is that?
That definitely sparked my interest there.
Yeah. And now what's interesting is West Virginia has 2 hits. We got a runner on first. Who made that play while we were talking?
Well, I believe it was number 15, Adam Cockendile, I believe. Not sure
Coming
how.
out of the bottom of the order, we're getting close to the top of the order.
And right now you have number 42. It'd be Officer Lyons up to bat.
Now, that last, here in the bottom of the third, West Virginia had an injury, hoping to find out what happened with our second baseman. At some point, that was Buzz Newman.
Yep. And it looks like we have a pinch runner there. Number 76, Matthew Stover, checks in as a courtesy runner.
I'm getting word from Braxton Live's staff that it was a calf injury. So he may have tore a calf trying to explode off and make that play. Been there, done that, JD.
I remember that well.
Yes. Yeah, those could be he's going to have some days of recovery if he did it as bad as I did. Whew. So the Mountaineers, West Virginia DNR in a little bit of a hole. Let's see if we can get started out of this. Down 3-0. And we've really kept Maine at bay in the first 2 innings because, they left 3 on in the second, left some stranded in the first. They've got 10 hits. We got our work cut out.
Yeah, the big difference in the game right now is, like I said, when you get base runners on, good things tend to happen, and they've been able to do that pretty successfully the first 3 innings.
Yes. He picked that one up high, and he cleaned up by the third baseman, and the lead runner is taken out for out number 1. Good play by the third baseman for Maine. He fielded that deep, and that was a long throw back there to second. A lot of times you'll see a softball game played typically on a softball field where you got 60-foot base pads and you don't have those long throws.
Yep.
And you got 90-foot base pads, and this is a semi-pro team. This is a big field.
This is a big ballpark.
Yes. Who we got now, JD?
Oh, I'm sorry. Up next we have number 23. It's Caden Kimball.
He takes an inside pitch for ball 1. Got to find some offense here, but going back to the third baseman. And he hesitates, and both runners are going to make it. And Kimball's got some wheels, JD.
He definitely has a little bit of speed there.
Yeah, he looked like Forrest Gump heading for the hot dog stand there. So now we've got our third hit on the evening. We need to find some runs. We need some base runners crossing that home plate.
Kimball's literally saying is he's fast on the bases and likes sunflower seeds.
Well, give him some more sunflower seeds and let him run. Now we're top of the order with Mike Lindell. And he hits it deep. It's deep into the outfield, and that's just a good old-fashioned out right there.
Yep, just a long out.
Yep, just a long out. That's out number 2 for West Virginia.
And up next we have number 10, Chris Fitzwater. He flied out at his first at-bat.
Coach Duffield alluded to this before the game, so we got to find the top of the ball. We can't pop them up. That's been it's tough on the slow pitch. There's a line driver right up the middle, and it goes right into the shortstop. And
he's limping.
He's limping. These guys are falling apart here, folks. It's going to be a miracle if we end up with 5 guys on each field by the time. We got injuries everywhere. We got more injuries than hits. We're going to step aside. Top of the 4th coming up after this break here on Braxton Live.
The West Virginia Division of Natural Resources drone program is our aerial drone program. We use the drones for disaster relief and recovery and law enforcement applications.
Some of the technologies, or the main technology used with the drones that we have, is the thermal capabilities. It just makes things much quicker. We can expedite things. We can really get somebody on scene, get the drone in the air, and have it searching now.
So the drone operator team currently has 18 pilots. We currently have 12 drones that are issued throughout the state with thermal capabilities. To be a drone operator for the DNR, we are all Part 107 certified, and we have our licenses through the FAA. In a search and rescue situation, time is of the essence. So the faster that we can locate somebody, the better the outcome may be.
There were 2 lost hikers in the National Forest in Tucker County. One of our drones was first to get into the area. We didn't have to wait for a ground crew to respond and go in and bring them out. They just followed the drone out. People don't usually expect the West Virginia DNR to have a drone program.
You know, calling for a helicopter is hours away when a drone can be minutes away.
Helping a family, helping somebody in need. If I were to go out and use my drone to help find somebody and save them, I think that'd be the biggest thing for me.
Welcome back to the Northwoods Throwdown, and I am glad I am not in that moose suit.
That would definitely be pretty warm right there.
I'm telling you.
You'd be bailing me out with buckets right there.
Yeah. That, unless it had an air conditioner for a backpack, you would not catch me in that suit. That person's got to be, it's not, the temperature's not bad. It was about 81 when we got here, so it's low 80s, but the humidity is just thick.
Yeah, as my grandma Drake would say, the humidity's pretty high down here.
Yeah, indeed. So, folks, we're at the top of the 4th, and your Mountaineers, West Virginia DNR, down 3-0 to the Maine Game Wardens.
And coming up on, or at least on deck to bat for Maine, is you have, I believe, Scott Thrasher.
What did he do in his first plate appearance?
Well, he flied out in his first plate appearance.
Well, we hope he does that again. The Mountaineers, West Virginia got to get some runs. We need to find him, and every inning we end with a goose egg, we're running out of outs. So we've really got the pressure starting to.
Yeah, Maine's doing a really good job putting hits together.
Yeah.
And Coach Duffield said that's kind of what we wanted to do, but we just haven't been able to do it yet. We're still hitting instead of hitting the top of the ball, we're hitting down toward the bottom and popping the ball up. So
I'm thinking Coach Mike Moody may have been shucking and jiving us a little bit.
I think so.
I got 4 or 5 new personnel, man. they're hitting the ball well.
They sure are.
10 hits to our 3, so I think he might have been.
Think he was sandbagging
a little bit, yeah.
That's all part of the game.
That's right. You don't reveal any strategies or anything. All right, here we go. Thrasher's going to start us off for Maine. And he pops it up right down the middle. Can a shortstop get it? He does. Fielded in time to throw is off, but he tags him out for out number 1. Good.
That was really good. Yeah, really good play by the first baseman there.
Zach Lillard had to come off the base, and Wilsley just tried to make the tag. Here's the replay. Pulled him off a little bit, just tagged him up for out number 1. Good play by the West Virginia defense.
And up next, I believe, is Chris Simmons again? Yes.
Yes, it is.
And he was a fly out the last time he was
And again, he's the reason all this has started. He goes to the shortstop. Throw is in time, and it's on the money, and Mr. Simmons is out. And I wonder if he's thinking, boy, I'm glad I didn't hit that deep after round 2. He ran out of his hat. All I can say, it's a good thing there's several medical facilities down here in case somebody pulls something.
And they're close.
They're close. Yeah, we've got one just down the street. And now, in the box for Maine.
In the box for Maine right now is number 18. That would be Coolis again. Coolis also flied out first time up.
There we go. And Coolis staring at 2 balls now. Being a little bit of selective there in the box, JD. That one's outside for ball 3.
Don't want any free base runners here.
No. And there's a sharply hit ball, and that's going to drop into fair play into left field, and she's going to be standing on first easily.
So now Maine's hoping for a little bit of two-out lightning here.
Yeah. West Virginia won the first ever meeting last year 5-4. Maine coming down for a little vengeance tonight, and so far they're taking care of business.
They're delivering.
First pitch ball for Dyer. No swing on that one.
Yeah, Dyer singled at his last time at bat.
Swings on that one right to the shortstop. Should be an easy play at 2. Nice pitch and catch for out number 3, and that's going to end the top of the 4th. Folks, we definitely want to thank all of our sponsors. We're going to continue to thank them because we couldn't do this without them. And we appreciate their support, their backing, because both Coach Moody and Coach Duff alluded to the fact that this is, yeah, they want to win the game, and it's all in great fun, but this is about the kids, and it's about education of the kids, and it's about protecting our natural resources. Not just hunting, but also, we got to talk to Linda Coyote. There's a lot of different types of hunting out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of different types of fishing. You go to Maine, you've got freshwater fishing. You've also got saltwater fishing, and Maine has really more options at hunting than what we do because they've got several other furry woodland creatures that we don't have running around our premises. So it's about the education and getting these kids into these resources and these activities, but also protecting our resources against poachers and people doing it the wrong way.
Yeah, and like I said, our state history has made me a big supporter of the West Virginia DNR.
Yes.
You look back in the 1930s, I was a West Virginia history teacher by trade.
Yep.
At the beginning of my career as a teacher. And one of the things I learned, I discovered an old study guide for the West Virginia history. They give an award to the top 3 students from each county that are knowledgeable in West Virginia history. And I found a 1933 study guide, and it listed 3 of the animals that were just used to be heavily populated West Virginia and were now extinct.
Right.
And can you guess those 3?
Elk's one of them.
Elk is one of them.
Mountain lion?
That was a bison.
Bison, okay, yeah.
And the third one absolutely shocked me. It was deer.
Yeah.
West Virginia DNR has done a wonderful job of repopulating some of these wildlife back into the state of West Virginia.
Absolutely. First batter, Hunter Sampson flies out to the shortstop, and that's not the way West Virginia would have started out here in this inning. Yeah, it's hard to believe that, but whitetail deer were once eradicated from the state of West Virginia.
And most people do not realize that. So, we now have a healthy deer population. We've had the reintroduction of elk to the state of West Virginia.
Yep, here, not far from here.
Yeah, a lot of good things going on. Up next is number 77, Zach Liller.
Could you imagine running down the road and seeing a bison step out?
I'd rather not.
Well said. Well said indeed. Popped up shallow in infield, and the pitcher cleans it up. Looky there. Chris Simmons making a big play there from the pitcher's mound. And that's out number 2 for West Virginia. We've had an inning here of 3 up, 3 down. We don't need another one. We need to get some hits. We need to get some runs.
And number 22, Cody Smith, is up. He singled the last time at bat.
I like talking with all the different officers here today. It's also about connecting with these kids and letting them see that they're not, they're people just like them. They just have a job to do, and that they're, put them in a positive light.
Right.
And see that they are approachable and they enjoy the same things we do, and also get them introduced into this career field, because West Virginia, just like Maine, it is a very mountainous area, and it takes a lot of officers to patrol and maintain the mountains in Maine and in West Virginia and the waterways. And we're looking down here, being very selective on what he's wanting to hit. That could be the one. He swings and he drives it into left field, not deep enough, and it is fielded clean. That was a nice line drive. Really got a hold of that one, but it was right to the left fielder for out number 3. So with all that being said, our sponsors, we want to thank Afterlife Taxidermy, Alts Enterprise Applied Construction Solutions, Burke and Herbert Bank, C. Adam Tony, and Coldbrook Guide Services.
Along with Dovetail Bats, Eldridge Lumber and Hardware, Fly Rod Chronicles, Golly River Estates, Go Mart, and Grove Street Tech Repair.
Look at that screen, JD. Look at that beautiful drone footage here in the capital city of Go Mart Park, a beautiful facility. We've had the opportunity to come and see several high school games here, and just a beautiful venue here in our state's capital.
Yeah, I've even had the opportunity to come down and watch West Virginia Black Bears whenever they played here.
Outstanding.
Or not West Virginia Black Bears, sorry. West Virginia Dirty Birds.
Dirty Birds. Yes. So we're at the top of 5 here. And Maine will be coming up. They're leading 3-0. If you're just joining us, you see that on the scoreboard there. But going back to our sponsors, Hancock Lumber, Harmon's Log Cabins, Hatfield McCoy Trails, Highlands Bank, Hunter Safety System, and Kennebec Savings Bank.
Along with Lee Miles Transmission, Lewis Nissan, Lockards Incorporated, Maine Community Bank, Maine Operation Game Thief, Moody's.
You know, talking about these sponsors, you got people from Ohio, you got Maine, you got a lot of different folks that are sponsoring this, and it's pretty neat to see. Nitro Construction Services, National Wildlife Turkey Federation, Potomac Headwaters Chapter, you got Ohio River Outdoors, Park Center Sporting Goods, Princeton Elks, and Ready Box.
Along with Rodney Loftus and Son Contracting, Senator Vince Deeds, Simple Pest Solutions, Striper Swiper Guide Service.
I didn't go far enough. I was wanting to stay Striper Swiper.
The Shooter's Den, the Thin Blue Line Stitching,
United Insurance, Whitecap Waste, Whitetail Frenzy, West Virginia Golf Association, and Wyman's. Thank you to all these sponsors for hosting and sponsoring this great event. And I love seeing all the kids here. A lot of them, any of the kids that are involved in Little League, they wore the jerseys. They got in free today. What a way to incorporate and invite them to this event. And there's a lot of jerseys running around here.
Yeah, we're back to the top of the order with Maine. You have Moody back up again.
Moody back up.
And so far, he's been 2 for 2.
Moody's trying to take care of his duty. And he lines that out. It's going to go foul. Almost hit the umpire. That would have been another one coming off the field injured. We don't need that. If we have any more injuries out here, they're going to start pulling people out of the crowd.
You never know.
You just never know. Be ready, folks. Beautiful evening here for this event. There was a threat earlier in the week of rain, and I think that threat has been eradicated.
Yeah, steadily went downhill. Maybe
Yes.
a little bit of a chance later this evening.
Should be well after this contest. Strike, swing, and going to fall. It's caught by the Rover. Called off the center fielder and had a great angle to make that play for out number 1. So he will not go 3 of 3 on the evening. Much needed defense by the West Virginia Department of Natural Resources.
And who do we have up here?
We've got number 7.
Number 7 would be
a late entry.
No, it's number 13. That would be
13, okay.
Number 13 would be Erickson Shea.
There we go. I caught the side of it. It looked like a 7. Sorry about that, JD.
Oh, no problem.
And he swings. Oh, it takes a weird hop off the pitcher's mound. Throw is in time, but it pulls him off the bag. And he is at first base, sliding safely. I don't know if you saw that on that. But it hit that mound.
Took a
Weird
wild hop there.
Yeah. So we've got 1 out. Maine's got 1 out. Got a runner on first. And in the box, we've got
Should be number 8, Officer Josh Beal.
Looks like number 2.
Wow.
Nick Johnson.
I skipped one.
Yes,
You're absolutely right.
There we go. Stares at the second pitch. 1-1 the count. And that's a ball outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. May have been ball 3. And it's a line drive into left field. It's going to fall in front of the left fielder. And we've got runners standing at first and second.
Nick Johnson is 3 for 3 tonight.
He's putting in work.
He's putting in work. Up next we have number 8, which would be Josh Beal again.
How's he been?
He's had a double play and a sacrifice.
There you go. He drives that right back up the middle into the gap. That's going to fall to the rover. Play at second can't be made. We've got an overthrow. That ball's still going. They're going to send a runner home, and he's going to make it there safely. So that run makes it there on an error by the West Virginia Department of Natural Resources. Maine is up to 13 hits, 4 runs. Your West Virginia DNR in a hole now, JD.
They're struggling a little bit this evening here.
Still plenty of ball left, but swing and a miss by.
This is actually Delia again. Mark Delia, number 99.
He about corkscrewed himself right into the ground right there. He swung so hard.
Yeah, he's had a single tonight and grounded out.
He's wanting to get these runs in. James him up on the inside, down to the pitcher. Got to go to 1. He makes it in time. And now they're staring down Bale. We'll check that. Johnson at third. He was rounding the corner, but he decided to put the brakes on.
He decided that 90 feet, that was a long way right there.
The older you get, the farther it is. So two down now. But we got Maine runners. We got Wardens on second and third.
With Chris Carney up to bat. He's had a single and grounded out tonight as well.
There's the pitch, and he drives it into left field. It stays fair. That's going to score at least 1. They're around the corner, going to score 2. And no play is going to be able to meet. That's a stand-up double for that young man. And Maine is got their foot on the accelerator.
They absolutely have the bats going this evening. Up next, you have number 33, Cody York. And he singled and flied out tonight, I believe. Had a fly out.
6-0 now on 14 hits by the Maine Game Wardens. And we're definitely going to have a game 3 at least, because we got to have redemption if this ends up this way. So we got right down the pike. 1-1 the count. Oh, a line drive up. Second baseman can't get to it. And that's going to score a run. He's going to make a play. And the throw is there, but can't seal it up. And the run scores as Carney slides on through, and that sends York to second. A lot of excitement out there. And we got a timeout for oxygen on the field.
Yeah, it looked like Andy Lyons, the catcher, kind of got tied up in his own equipment and made it very difficult to make that play.
Yeah. He was putting in work, though. Good effort there by all these guys. And here comes the replay. And he really got a hold of that one. Great effort by the second baseman trying to get that knocked down. And the throw was there, but I think he just maybe took his head off just long enough to find the runner. And
yeah, he was peeking to look to see where the runner was at and lost where the ball was. Up
it
next,
happens.
Yeah, up next for Maine, we have Scott Thrasher, number 41. He's flied out and grounded out tonight.
First pitch ball. Great footage here of this ball game. And I believe that was also a ball. 2-0 the count.
Well, it's a good sport name, Thrasher.
Yeah. 2-1 now the count. There's the one he wants. Oh, he didn't take it. Well, let's look. That looked hittable to me, JD. But I'm not the umpire. 3-1. Here we go. Being selective. And he's going to take a free base. So we got runners on first and second for Maine. 2 outs. And they're still causing damage here in this Northwoods Throwdown.
And you have Chris Simmons coming up to bat for Maine.
He grounded out of his last at bat, I believe.
Yes, he did.
He swings, pops it up, and the pitcher should seal it. That's the 3rd out and the end of the damage. 4 runs scored here at the top of the 4th by Maine. Your West Virginia DNR, they have work to do.
They do. They're going to have to get their rally caps on here.
Yep. Get that rally cap going and get some runs on the board. We'll be back after this break right here on Braxton Live.
Hi, my name is Nate Taylor. I'm the District 6 Fisheries Biologist with the West Virginia Division of Natural Resources. The last few weeks of March into early April, muskie are ready to spawn in the wild, and we spend a few weeks out with an electrofishing boat. We dial it in to the appropriate settings to get muskie, and we travel around and shock the fish, and when we hit them, they come to the surface. We can net them up, and then we have to look for really the ideal fish for our hatchery program to have here at the hatchery. So we've got male and female muskie collected from North Bend and Middle Island Creek. We brought them back here to our hatchery. We house them in cages. We pull them out of the cages, inject them with carp pituitary gland, which allows them to spawn, encourages them to spawn. And then we go through the entire spawning process here. We get eggs from the female, milk from the males, mix them together in a bowl, and then we'll eventually hatch. We'll be stocked into our ponds here. And then when they get to reasonable sizes, which is typically in November, late October, early November, we'll stock them all across the state. Muskie anglers that were around in the past know that they're incredibly difficult to catch. They've been referred to as the fish of 10,000 casts. The purpose of this program was to really increase the number of muskie throughout the state. It's really a testament to this program how good fishing is today. If you look around, I believe that it's probably more like the fish of 1,000 casts anymore. I think we're really in the prime as far as muskie management in the state of West Virginia goes right now, and it's so awesome to be a part of this program and be able to enhance those opportunities for the hunters and anglers in the state of West Virginia.
Throwdown, J.D. Drake, Jamie Oates, live with you here at Go Mark Park in Charleston, West Virginia. And J.D., we've got some action down here on the infield. We got a frozen T-shirt contest. And
I'd like to participate in that right now. It's a little warm up here.
Yes, yeah. And it is now 7-0 with Maine pulling away from your West Virginia DNR. And they've got some work to do, and they only have, we're in the bottom of the 5th. We've only got, we're 12 outs away from this game being in conclusion.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I'm getting tickled at that young lady whipping that T-shirt with a softball bat.
Yeah. That bat's not going to be worth a plug nickel when they're done.
Yeah, they definitely have to put their rally caps on, or Maine will be taking the bragging rights back with them to Maine.
Absolutely. West Virginia leads the series 1-0, but it is not looking good for West Virginia right now. It could be a tied series by the end of this contest here this evening.
Yep. I think the T-shirt contest is pretty good for these guys. It gives them an opportunity to get some oxygen.
Yeah, it's a good break. They're tossing out some baseballs and all kinds of things to the fans here. Great opportunity to come out with some free stuff here this evening, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're shooting T-shirts up in there, and
it's great interaction with the wardens, game wardens, and the crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very exciting. And they're still trying to pry these T-shirts open. And the thing that they don't understand, it doesn't matter what you whack it with, it's still frozen.
Yeah,
You still got to pull it apart. It's tough to do. So up first for West Virginia, J.C. Wheeler, number 12. What's he done this evening so far, J.D.?
So far, J.C. is he's been 0 for 1 with a fly out.
So
and that's been a common theme with a lot of our guys,
Yeah.
popping the ball up.
Yes, it has. Making great contact, but just getting underneath the ball. And Coach Duffield alluded, we've talked about it. Got to get the top. Like you said, it's just a long out if it's in the air.
Yeah, and all credit to Maine, too. The balls we've hit on the ground, they've been very, very good at fielding, making plays. They're a solid defensive team.
Yes, they are. They've got 15 hits tonight to our 3. And, we've made contact. We're just hitting right to them. And we're popping. We're getting underneath a lot of them. But slow pitch is a lot different than fast pitch.
It definitely is.
And especially, you don't know what kind of spin that pitcher's putting on it. Is he putting a backspin in it? Because you can release it in slow pitch different ways and put different spin on that ball. And it really causes an issue.
Yeah, I've noticed the last couple times that West Virginia has come up to bat, Mr. Simmons does a really good job of putting some spin on that ball.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure a lot of these guys play some pickup softball from time to time, just picking on these guys. But a lot of them, most of them, they're in pretty good, daggone good shape.
They are. Yeah. I don't believe I could make it through 4.5 innings.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I could either. I maybe could, but I'm going to pay for it tomorrow.
Yeah, we would
And
probably
next day.
we would probably have to hit the cooling river waters and
Yeah, the
get the swelling.
Yes.
Down.
I'm going straight to the Cranberry. Get in the cooling waters of the Cranberry. All right, so we're about to get underway here. Top of the 5th, if you're just joining us.
Once again, J.C. Wheeler's up the bat.
And he takes a first pitch ball outside. Maine leads 7-0. And here we go. The pitch, the swing, it's on the ground. Shortstop's got to attack it. And can he get there in time? The throw is in time for out number 1. That's the kind of, now we just need those to find the gaps.
Yeah, it'd be nice. And like I said, Maine does a really good job defensively.
Yes, they do.
Nice job by their first baseman there digging that ball out of the turf.
Yes. Now, who we got here? Because this is the replacement for Buzz Newman, who went out with a calf injury earlier.
I believe it's number 8, Alan Phillips.
Takes a first pitch ball. Alan Phillips, number 8 it is. Nice swing into the gap. That's going to drop for a single. And that's a good start for
Mr. Phillips there.
Yeah, the West Virginia DNR. We need a bunch more of those.
Got to start stringing some of these hits together here. Up next, we have Matthew Stover, number 76. He flew out in his first at-bat.
Contact hitter with a good glove. We need some good contact here. There's an inside ball, in tight for ball 1.
Brushing him back a little bit.
Yeah, he's crowding a little bit. 1-1 the count. And swung early and drives that foul down the third base line. 1-2 now the count. Got a runner standing on first base for West Virginia. Chase that outside, pops it up, and that's going to be an easy play for the third baseman. And that is out number 2 for West Virginia. That was good hustle by the third baseman, Nick Johnson, for Maine.
And I believe coming up to bat again, you got number 15, Adam Kirkendall. He had a single the first at bat.
Well, we need a double or triple here. Outside for ball one. And there's a pop-up into left field, and that is going to be caught. What an effort.
Nice sliding catch.
Yes. For out number 3, and that ends the inning. So we're at the top of 6 when we return right here on Braxton Live.
I remember that first trip, everybody's like, you're going where? With who?
So when people come to one of our Becoming an Outdoors Woman workshops, they can expect a 3-day period with all kinds of different classes. We have over 20 unique classes that go anywhere from fishing to hunting to outdoor recreation. Anything and everything that you could possibly imagine, we've probably done it at one of our workshops.
Bow is extremely important. Women need to know that we can empower each other.
I fished a little bit, as a kid with my dad, but like taking the fishing classes, doing the fly fishing. We've done the Beyond Bow fly fishing weekend. Now I've gone with my nephew fly fishing. I was so happy to see that it's being brought back.
I'm Callie Farrell, and I'm from Charleston, West Virginia, and this is my mom. I'm Cynthia Snyder, and I'm from Culloden, West Virginia, and this is my daughter.
Everybody here is so accepting. Like, I bring my task trained service dog with me, and everybody, all the ladies love him. He's a fan favorite. It all comes down to the relationships that you build with people locally and from across the country that come to visit.
This is a lifelong mentorship program. It doesn't just end when you leave our event. It continues throughout your whole life.
Welcome back. It's the Northwoods Showdown, and it's the big throwdown that Maine is putting on your West Virginia Department of Natural Resource game wardens.
Yeah,
they came to play.
They're taking us to the woodshed right now.
Yes, they are. And I think they're using a canoe paddle on us, I tell you, because they are whooping us right now. 7-0 the score here. West Virginia with only 4 hits to Maine's 15 hits on the evening.
They're putting the bat on the ball and most of the time keeping it on the ground, which is exactly what they said their coach said they wanted to try to do.
And they're doing a very good job of finding the gaps.
They sure are. I mean, it's a pretty good game plan, and so far they're doing a good job of executing it.
Yeah. Maine scored 3 in the 3rd, and they put up 4 in the 5th. West Virginia's held them scoreless in 3, but 2 of those innings, major damage done.
Yeah. Like I said, a lot of back-to-back hits, and like I said, when you start stringing hits together, good things definitely happen.
Yes, indeed. So let's see if they got their rally caps put on correctly now. We need a good 3-up, 3-downer here and get back in there and get our offense started.
And Dory Coolis is she'll be leading off the inning this time for Maine. And she singled the last time at bat.
Well, we don't need her to do that again. We need her to pop fly out for out number 1. Good plan. Send it down.
Just like we wrote it up.
Just like we etched it out on our little etchy sketch. Beautiful evening here at Gomar Park. Hopefully the word of this gets out and more people start attending every year. Hopefully, this is a great series, and it's a great event for the kids in both of our states, because kids are going to benefit from this in both Maine and West Virginia. And hopefully this will catch on and we can do this for years to come.
I believe that was just a little bit low there.
Just a bit low. Goes the outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count. She liked that one in right over the pitcher's head. Fielded by the second baseman. And he tried to get it to the shortstop to throw to first. And a little bit of a snafu there. Puts Coolis on first.
And coming up the plate right now, you got Isaiah Dyer. He reached first on a fielder's choice last inning, or his last at bat.
Here we go. He takes an inside pitch for ball one. He's looking just to advance Dory around. Not sure if I caught the corner or if that's a ball. Looks like 2-0. And ball three. 3-0 the count now for Dyer. And you know he's going to be hungry for this one here. And he swings and drives it foul down the third base line. Fielded by Coach Moody wonderfully well. I think he's turned in his glove for coaching duties now with the Maine Game Warden Association. And there's a drive to the third baseman, going to try and get the lead runner. Oh, almost overthrown, but the out is made. Great play by Alan Phillips.
That was a nice recovery there. He
yeah,
had to show off a little hops there.
Yes, he did. He's filling in for Buzz Newman, who was injured early in the contest.
Garrett Moody's up again. He flew out last at bat. So Maine's back to the top of their order.
Swing and drives it into right field. That's going to drop. That could be trouble. Dory's rounding. Or check that. That's Dyer rounding second. He's going to go to third. And Moody's going to find himself on the opposite corner. That was a
well-placed hit.
Yes, it was.
Once again, we see Maine with runners in scoring position.
Yep. Runners on the corners. They're looking to add to their deficit against West Virginia. Outside it goes, and they're going to drive it to the right field as well. Should be, it's an out, caught, but the runner is going to advance from third safely. And now the runner's going from first to second. And he's wanting to try third because nobody's standing at third.
Kind of caught West Virginia napping there.
Yes, they did. They were trying to poach another base. Get the IWC out here. So more damage done in this inning. 2 outs down now, but one run has scored, and you've got another runner, Moody, standing on second.
With Nick Johnson up the bat, and Nick so far tonight is 3 for 3.
Yeah, he's done some damage this evening for Maine. He looked like he wanted that one, but he stared it all the way into the catcher's mitt. One and one to count. He pops that one up. That should seal it, and that should be the third out. It is for West Virginia. So the top of the sixth is in the books. The bottom of the sixth coming up. West Virginia's got to get to work, JD.
Yep, Maine just keeps adding to the lead right now.
And West Virginia tries to throw the game ball over the net to some fans. Just a little bit short. I'm sure there'll be some great opportunities for, I'm sure there's going to be some fellowship and some food at the conclusion of this game between both organizations. And there's a lot of fellowship this evening. A lot of friendships made, connections made. And that's pretty special with an event like this for sure.
Yeah, I mean, in any type of law enforcement's a tight-knit community. There's so many things that each one of them have in common. Makes for a good time, good evening.
Yes, absolutely. We appreciate all the folks that have traveled all the way down from Maine. It's not a short trip. You know, we looked it up earlier. We're talking from this point to the possible venue, Portland. Yeah, next year the venue possibly. Was 12 and a half hours. So it's not a short commute, you know, to get down here. So there's some effort made. The team flew in Thursday. So they've been down here since Thursday and had an opportunity to go to New River Gorge, according to what they shared with us, and really enjoyed that national park there. And, you know, it's pretty long fall off that bridge.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, about 840 feet down to the bottom. but what a beautiful, beautiful place.
We've spent some time on that river with our young boys back in the all-star baseball circuit.
Sure did. I've done a rafting trip down it before.
Yes.
It's got some world-class whitewater. Not quite as scary as the Golly, which is the river right next to it.
The Golly is rough.
That's some world-class whitewater rafting there.
I have fished the Golly several times below Summersville Dam, and it's a river to be respected for sure. Both of them are, but the Golly even more so.
Yeah, it's definitely, you definitely need to respect it, even if you're above the lake.
Yes,
on the Golly,
absolutely,
it's a pretty good sized river.
We've had the opportunity, yourself and myself, several times to really. We spend a lot of times in a lot of bodies of water in this state, and it's really
now would be a good time to think about going up to Maine and spend some time in bodies of water up there.
Yes, absolutely. We've made some connections.
We've made some connections today.
So pretty.
I hope my wife's not listening, though. I don't know if she wants me to.
My wife's standing right behind us.
We have her support.
Yes, we have her support. I think she'd like to go to Maine, too.
I'd say
and she likes to fish. Your wife likes to fish now.
Yeah.
So. I mean, we got enough shoes out there to start a shoe store.
Oh,
And we've got Maine players out there. So the Maine player is the one that started this. So you take a shoe off, you take both shoes off, and throw them out there, and the first person that gets their shoe on, both shoes on, wins the contest.
And back to the start, I think.
And yes, back to the start. So we got players out. We got Maine players kicking shoes all over the place. Now that's all right if you got slip-ons.
We're old. We got slip-ons.
Actually, I wore my ties today.
Oh, man.
I'm glad I'm not playing.
Me too.
We got beautiful drone footage of this. Watch this, folks. Here they go. They're like bison taking across the road. Look at all those moose out there.
I wonder if you have to have it on the correct foot when you take it.
I would say you probably do. It's a mad dash. It's the Nike Throwdown. We got some got back quick.
Yeah.
Or they just, I guess one of the kids, he just carried his shoes. Everybody else has got them on. One's coming back. He blew a tar. He's got one on. He's got one off.
It's pure pandalarium.
Complete and total pandalarium. We got little ones out there. Oh, she got her shoes. Look at that. She celebrated with the Maine player.
Great shot. That's a great shot, Adam.
Outstanding. And this right here, kids getting to come down on the field during the contest.
Yeah.
And mingling with these players. Look right there. She's putting hers on. This is the rules. I'm putting my shoe on. She's getting a little help from a Maine photographer. But I mean, during this, how awesome is these kids get to come down and mingle with these players? You got game wardens from both down there playing with these kids. They're being kids themselves. You know what I mean? It's just a great atmosphere.
And it's nice because both Maine and West Virginia DNR are getting to make positive contact with young people.
Yes. And the key word, positive.
Right.
Absolutely. We got one shoe out there. Somebody went to get one shoe.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have a little bit of a tackle football with a shoe there.
Chris Simmons had his shoes off for Maine. What a great event. They got players out there hugging these game wardens from West Virginia. Outstanding. Great interaction. Because here's the thing. It could be a spark for some of these kids getting in this career.
Oh, and it's a good career to get into.
Yes. Most of these men and women get into this career because they enjoy the outdoors.
Right.
And they want to protect the resources that the good Lord has blessed us with. Because go back to what you talked about. If it's not protected, things get eradicated.
Right. And like I said, we both Maine and West Virginia are two, and I'm going from basically what I've heard about Maine are absolutely, both states are beautiful.
Yes. And I'm sure pictures do not do it justice.
And you and I both feel, we're a little bit partial, but to me, in order for a state to be beautiful, it has to have mountains.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, that's what we know. It's what we grew up in.
Yeah.
You and I have both we've been to several big cities together. And, there's nothing wrong with those if that's the environment you enjoy and that you live in and grew up in. It is not with us.
No.
The mountains and the streams and the lakes and, that's what we grew up in, we're introduced to, and it's where our passion is.
Right.
Plus,
go ahead.
We take advantage of the resources because they're a staple of food for us. We both eat venison, take advantage of that. Several of the other furry woodland creatures around the state. So.
Oh, yeah.
And to go back to what you were talking about, the reintroduction of elk. We're probably not going to be able to ever hunt elk in West Virginia. It's just not progressing. It takes time to build a population of elk back. Let's just be honest, because Kentucky's just now, I forget how long their program took before they're just now starting to do select hunts of elk in Kentucky, and we're probably not going to have, but our kids may, and our grandkids may.
Yeah, my granddaughter might be able to.
Yeah. So it wouldn't have happened. They wouldn't have that opportunity in the state of West Virginia if it was not for the West Virginia Department of Natural Resources and the game wardens and all these men and women putting in the work to try and rebuild and protect our resources and rebuild these resources. There was a huge turkey shortage back in the 70s and 80s because my hometown, they utilized turkeys from Upshur County to restock a lot, because the population declined. So, the management of these resources is vital. And you got a lot of players besides the officers down here in the field. You got a lot of folks that are trying to help regulate and make things better.
And many of the different state DNRs, they do a good job working together as well. And a great example is Kentucky. Kentucky worked with the state of West Virginia to help with the reintroduction of elk.
Yes. Yeah, they knew it. They'd been through it. Why not take advantage of that resource?
And I believe the other state that, I'm not sure, but I believe the other state that helped West Virginia was it Wyoming?
I think so.
That helped with that.
Yeah, and I'm sure Maine gets help from, Vermont, New Hampshire, the surrounding states up there that are adjacent to their borders. Because, and they probably even some, I wouldn't be surprised, a bulk of their state touches the Canadian border. So I'm sure that there's interaction with wardens in Canada as well. And it takes everybody working together to protect what we have. But what we have got to do now, Maine is protecting an 8-0 lead. We're going to have to start sniping some runs here.
It's not insurmountable, but we're going to have to hit the ball a little better and find some holes in this Maine defense, which has been very stingy this evening.
Yes. Well, that's a very good point. Who's on deck first? Let's go.
I believe it's Lions, I believe.
Nice shot right to the shortstop. Can he beat it out? The throw is coming, and it's pulled him off the bag. He's in for a single. Pulled him off the bag. That's why you'd never stop running, JD.
Yeah, absolutely, and he hustled down the line. And
great footage by our cameraman. Yep, off the bag, safely there. York couldn't. He's long, but he ain't that long.
Yep. Caden Kimball's up next. He's singled the first time up.
To go back to what you're talking to, JD, we don't have to have all these runs in one inning. They've only got 3 innings where they scored runs, but we only have 3 left, so we got to chip away here in each inning.
Yep. We have to, like I said, string some hits together, get that goose egg off the board.
And then our defense also has to step up. Sharply hit right into double play territory. They got it one at second, but can't get the throw in time.
Kimball showed good speed there to make sure they weren't able to double him up.
Yeah, he does have some wheels, that's for sure. So if you're watching this and Kimball's in your area and you're thinking about breaking the law, he'll catch you.
Yeah, he'll catch you. Up next is Mike Lindell.
Top of the order for West Virginia. And he pops it up, and it's heading into center field, cleaned up nicely, and it forces Kimball back to first. 2 down now for West Virginia.
Up next for West Virginia is Chris Fitzwater. He grounded out his last at bat. He's stretching out. He's going to hit one here.
Yeah, he's getting his flex on. 2-out rally right here for West Virginia Department of Natural Resources. Inside for ball 1.
Or we'll take a walk.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Need to get Kimball in scoring position here. And it's going to be in the gap. It falls. Kimball's going to go to 2. And there's what we needed there.
That was a good effort by the shortstop there. He almost came up with that.
I'm really surprised that some of our guys have not thought about a little bit of small ball. You got Kimball there on second. You know he's got wheels. At this 2-out point, you may not try, but. And that's off the end of the bat, but it's going to fall through for a hole. Kimball's thinking about it. They're going to send him trying to get a run. Get down, Kimball, he's coming. And he's going to be there safely. And West Virginia has chipped away and found their first run of the evening, 8-1. And we've got runners at second and third. And listen to this crowd.
Hunter Sampson with the RBI there.
Nice job, Mr. Sampson, to get us started here. Let's keep this 2-out rally going here for West Virginia.
Yep. You got big Zach Liller up up to the plate.
We've got time on the field. Looks like Chris is going to come in. He's going to have to get some glasses, it looks like. He's going to put his sunspot. I'd say that sun is in his eyes. So here we go. He's got his sunglasses. Yep, that sun's right in his face, which is dangerous if a ball comes right back at him.
Yeah.
And that ball popped in the air, going to leave some straight. Oh, it falls. That's a fair ball. And we've got bases loaded for West Virginia. He got all that one, too. Really got a hold of that one, didn't he, JD?
We'll take it.
We will take it. Now we need a big hit, big double right here. And now we got number 22 coming up.
I'm sorry, number 22 there is Cody Smith.
Coach Duffield going to get a word in here. Go chip in his ear a little bit.
Well, I think Moody is saying that the ball wasn't touched and went out of play. It is.
It is.
Yep, a foul
that
ball.
was a foul ball because it spun out. I was just assuming maybe he got a piece of it or something.
I don't think he got a hand on the ball, though. I don't think the third baseman got a hand on the ball when he came in.
He was short, so nothing like fair play here at Gomar Park in this Northwoods Showdown.
Yeah.
Northwoods Throwdown.
Yep.
And here comes the replay. Let's get confirmation. Yep. He was there, but he did not touch it, so when his glove hit it, that killed it. Foul ball. So they're getting everything squared away here. Eight to 1. We should have a runner on first, though. We don't have our.
Well,
Yeah, that wasn't that. Yeah, we're where we need to be. They're still trying to sort this out here. Here we go. I think they've got it settled down. And here we go. Ball inside. Simmons really having trouble seeing. Got to use his glove as a shield. Sunglasses aren't even strong enough. Sharply hit down the third base line, and that is a foul ball. That's what we need right there. That was like a shot from a gun right there.
It sure was. He had some heat on that.
All right, here we go. Outside, way out. Just a bit outside.
I know the board says 2-1, but it should be, I believe, 2-2.
Oh, yeah, I believe so. I don't believe they got the count adjusted when he went back. Here we go. Oh, drives that out. They're going to drop it in. That's going to score a run. Oh, they're going to try two, JD. They're going, oh, no play. And that drives in two. And the West Virginia DNR closing the gap on that 8-3 lead now.
And that's what we said. They got to string some together here and chip away at that lead.
You know, this might be a team just like our West Virginia Mountaineers. You know, they start out slow and then they come back and you think you got them. Never count out the Mountaineers.
Never count out the Mountaineers. But as a Mountaineer fan, we're also used to heartbreak.
Yeah, at times, yeah. But we will be Mountaineer fans
support them
till our death. That's right. Drives that one deep into left field, and he's got to force it back, and it is caught for the third out. A little bit of wind would have carried that a little farther, but that's the third out and the end of the inning. But West Virginia closed the 8-0 gap, put 3 up. And we're going to the top of the 7th after this break here on Braxton Live.
We're at Jackson County for the Hunter Safety Education course.
Preservation of life is the main goal of the Hunter Education class. We want people to enjoy the outdoors. However, with firearms, boats, bows, knives, there is inherently some danger.
It's all about safety. You know, whether you've been hunting for 50 years or 5 minutes, the firearm shoots the same and has the same dangers, right? It's important not only to learn and have the knowledge, but to develop and have the application. This gives you the foundation.
Boating safety, freestand safety, firearm safety. We throw a lot at them, and most of these courses go over 2 days. We have a lot of volunteer instructors. We have a lot of educators from the school system that help with this program. The Natural Resources Police officers' role in this is to facilitate the educational process, to have the paperwork and the process needed to get their license ultimately, and to promote the safety in the outdoors.
You can't be too smart. You can never know too much. The cost, the state will cover the cost for you. All you got to do is set a weekend aside and learn a little something, right? So there's no reason not to take it. By understanding the rules of hunting, you understand what's required to show respect to others as well. I think it's important for us not to forget the legacy. The folks that came before us, the Appalachians, built this country through all the things that they've done. It's important to remember that part of their legacy and keep it alive.
Welcome back to Braxton Live. West Virginia put up 3 runs in that inning.
Let's just hope we can hold them and then put up about 3 runs each inning.
I'd love it. That'd be perfect, wouldn't it? Come out with a 1-run victory. Well, that's how it ended up. They didn't score to the last inning in last year's contest, so
well,
it's not.
Maybe the cycle will repeat.
Indeed. We definitely gotta hold them scoreless in the next 3 innings. No more damage can be done. Can't have any more runs scored.
Well, Bill's up to bat for Maine.
And that'd be a ball 1. Oh, outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count. And that looked kind of striky there, but it may have been low in the zone.
Looked a little low.
Looked a little low. Here we go. Oh, there's a free base. 4 consecutive balls, and we got a free base runner. You don't like walks, JD, because you can't defend them.
No, it's a free base. Don't like to give it up that easily.
No, not nary at all.
Here we go with 99.
He's got a bat.
Delia again.
Yeah, he can hit. Swings, pops it up. Oh, the shortstop's coming over. Got it. And first base runner stepped out there a little bit farther. Could have made a play for a double. But 1 out, 1 down for the West Virginia defense.
Chris Carney is up again for Maine. Last time he was up, can't tell exactly what he did there. Oh, he hit a double last time he was up.
Standing double. Stares at an inside pitch for ball 1. West Virginia won the first meeting last year, 5-4. And looking to repeat what they did last year. We've just got some work to do. And drove down third base, trying to get the lead runner. Lead runner is out for out number 2. And the defense doing a great job for West Virginia. That was sharply hit.
And you got Cody York coming up again. He singled the last time he was up.
He's about as tall as a moose.
He's two for 3 tonight.
He's done a very good job of putting the ball in play wherever the pitch took him. That one would have been a hard one to lay off of there. That looked like it was right in his sweet spot zone. That one inside. I like these guys. They're up there grinning. Everybody's having a good time, you know. Both teams have very nice uniforms. Outside for ball 3. York's just saying, give me something to hit. And the pitch inside for ball 4. That's going to put runners at 1 and nope.
He said, "Nah, I want to hit."
He wants to hit.
Call that one a strike, he said.
Oh, one of them must have been a strike. 3-1. He's wanting to put the bat on right there. He pops it up. That may go out of play. Nope, stays in play for out number.
That'd be out number 3.
3. That's it. 3 up, 3 down. That's what we need. And the West Virginia Department of Natural Resources coming up here at the bottom of the 7th here.
I believe Wheeler will be leading us off.
Folks, I don't know if you've noticed, but rolling across the bottom of your screen throughout the broadcast, you've seen different names of folks popping up. Those are folks that have sponsored this broadcast, and we can't thank them enough. And we're gonna give them some additional thanks here because without them, Old Braxton Live wouldn't be here.
No. And this has been a fun thing to broadcast.
Yes, it absolutely has. Go ahead and start us out, JD.
Well, I'm going to start at the bottom this time.
We're
going to work our way up this time. We're going to go with, we'd like to thank Wyman's, West Virginia Golf Association, Whitetail Frenzy, Whitecap Waste, United Insurance, and Thin Blue Line Stitching.
And then we're also going to thank the Shooter's Den, Striper Swiper Guide Service. Heard it here first, folks. Simply Pest Solutions, Senator Vince Deeds, Rodney Loftus and Son Contracting, and Ready Box.
Along with Princeton Elks, Park Sporting Goods, Ohio River Outdoors, National Wildlife Turkey Federation, Potomac Headwaters Chapter, Nitro Services, along with Moody's.
Maine Operation Game Thief, Maine Community Bank, Lockards Incorporated in Flatton Woods, West Virginia, Lewis Nissan, Lee Miles Transmission, and Kennebec Savings Bank.
Hunter Safety Systems, Highlands Bank, Hatfield McCoy Trails, and if you've not done that, that's something you probably need to go do. That is a fun activity here in West Virginia. Harmon's Log Cabins, Hancock Lumber, Grove Street Tech Repair.
And then Go Mart. Go for good times. Go for Go Mart. Golly River Estate, Fly Rod Chronicles with Curtis Fleming, Eldridge Lumber and Hardware, and Dovetail Bats. Finish us out, JD.
It'd be Cold Brook Guide Services. See Adam Tony. They'll take care of your tire needs.
Yes,
I know
they
that. Burke and Herbert Bank. Applied Construction Solutions. ALT's Enterprise. And Afterlife Taxidermy.
And what was really neat, JD, is a lot of these sponsors are here today. They've got booths set up. You can come and talk and interact with them. The West Virginia Department of Natural Resources has a booth. They've got some just beautiful mounts set up for kids to put their hands on some antlers and some nice trophy whitetails. Just some great booths. We were able to talk with Linda Schaefer earlier with Dark Night Outdoors, sponsored by them. She is a avid coyote hunter and does a great job at eradicating some predators in our state. And it's pretty fun to watch some of her videos, especially the thermals.
Yep. And I always have a soft spot for Harmon's log cabins because that's where I caught, right below it was where I caught my largest trout. That was definitely one of the highlights that I've had fishing with you.
Yeah, if you ever have the opportunity to fish the North Fork of the South Branch, it's a dandy tributary.
And I would like to thank you for pushing me to keep going because I was injured and just about walked back up and sat down along the truck because I was hurting pretty bad at that point.
You weren't hurting after you caught that fish.
No, I wasn't. I got my second wind.
Yes, you did. Yeah. Yeah, that, in all sincerity, JD, we've spent a lot of time on that tributary. That tributary has been very good to the vast majority of all of our friends and family because just about everybody has caught some nice fish on that river.
Yeah, I believe, like I said, my son probably caught his biggest trout.
Yep.
On that river.
So,
my daughter-in-law did too, but I believe when he tried to net the fish, he actually kicked it off of her hook.
Yeah. And your daughter-in-law won't let him live that down either.
No. Neither will I.
Absolutely. He wouldn't us. That's for sure. All right, West Virginia. We'll try and chip away a little bit more at this.
I believe this is Wheeler up to bat again. He grounded out the last time he was up.
Being a little bit more selective there. Stares down a ball, first pitch ball.
He's 0 for 2 on the night. Let's see if he can't get that bat to come alive this time up.
And he stoves that into the ground. The pitcher's having trouble with it. Can he get down there and make it? And he's safe. Wow. Good effort there by Maine, by the pitcher trying to get control of that.
And good job by Wheeler not giving up on the play and running all the way through to the bag.
And pulled York off the base. It's hard to make a straight throw with a softball. You talk about playing baseball, you usually throw a four-seam, which allows that ball to go straight. It's hard to four-seam a softball.
Yep. Isaiah Phillips is up next. He's 1 for 1 for tonight with a single.
Oh, I thought he was going to drive that one. I was pretty sure he had his CDLs. I thought he was going to drive that one out of here. Let's see what he does with this pitch. And he pops that up into the air, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. Keeps Wheeler stranded at first.
We have number 76 coming up for West Virginia DNR. That is Senior Officer Matthew Stover.
I tell you what, if you swap jerseys with him and York, you'd almost have a mirror image of each other. Yep. Both of those are two large lads.
He has flown out. He's hit a fly out both at bats so far tonight.
That was a little bit high and upstairs for ball one.
Kind of tough to get a high pitch on him.
Yeah, it is. Inside for ball two. West Virginia did all their damage with 2 outs in the last inning to earn those 3 runs. Swing and a miss. I think he swung that bat so hard, blew a hat off somebody up in the stands.
He was out ahead of that one just a little bit.
Just a skosh. Maine has 17 hits on the evening. West Virginia has finally amassed 10 with only 3 runs to show for it. So we need to get some more hits, more runs. because times are running out. Nice hit. Going to be fielded cleanly by the third baseman. The throw to get the lead runner is in time for out number 2.
But he hustled down the line and prevented him from carrying out the double play. So
yes.
Coming up to bat now, we have Sergeant Andy Lyons.
I'll tell you what, Officer Johnson out there at third base, he's been pretty solid today.
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped one there.
Did you skip one? It happened.
I sure did. Adam Kirkendall.
Kirky. Didn't like that one. Said, no, not swinging that one.
He's 1 for 2 tonight with a single.
And he pops that one foul. Going to go, stays in play, but nobody there to clean that up. He stays alive with a 1-1 count. Beautiful evening here at Go-Mart Park for this Northwoods Throwdown. And here comes the pitch. And he pops that one up. It's going to go into left field, and that's going to be the third out for the inning. That's the completion of 7. Maine 6 outs away from leaving West Virginia with the victory. Let's see if West Virginia can do anything about it. They are up on defense. Top of the 8th after this break on Braxton Live.
We support all units within Wildlife Resources with spatial data needs, other non-spatial data needs, and mapping. We support the electronic licensing system where citizens buy their hunting and fishing licenses, and a lot of that information.
One of the big maps that we create is our wildlife management handout maps. They're geared towards hunters' purposes for navigation on our WMAs. I'm holding one of them that we've recently created that we've gotten some new updates on, like wildlife openings. We're now showing whether we maintain the openings or whether they're just natural openings and different types of roads. One of the biggest issues working with our field guys is they constantly change different things, management practices that they're doing on their wildlife openings and change things on the areas, and we kind of need to keep that updated in our system in a timely manner.
The DNR hosts several citizen science opportunities. This includes the recent box turtle survey we opened in 2020, where we asked the public for sightings of box turtles. We had over 8,000 observations to that turtle survey in 2 years, which was phenomenal. We're doing similar citizen science opportunities with hellbenders and mud puppies, as well as river otters and fireflies. So we have a myriad of ways for the public to get involved in what the DNR is doing.
The West Virginia DNR GIS unit manages many different internal and public-facing data systems. For our public-facing use, one of our biggest maps is our interactive online hunting and fishing map. This is accessible through our website, and it's a place where hunters or anglers can go to find great resources on public hunting areas and things that are available for them there, like what type of game is available for hunting there, what the seasons are, where parking areas are. You can find fishing access sites and any other additional spatial information that the DNR has about how the public can best access our hunting and fishing resources.
Welcome back to Braxton Live, the Northwoods Throwdown here at Go-Mart Park in the state's capital, Charleston, West Virginia. J.D. Drake, Jamie Oates with you live.
Yep. Top of the 8th inning here. Coming up to bat for Maine is number 41, my favorite player, Thrasher.
And he thrashes that ball. Would you see that thing dovetail? It's an out. But it had some spin on that. It started out towards right center, curved back into almost straightaway center.
I really wanted him to get a hit.
Well, he about thrashed it right there.
He just about did.
But it's out number 1. And the West Virginia defense doing its job.
And you got number 3, Sergeant Chris Simmons, coming up to bat.
Super good guy. We got to talk to him earlier.
Sure did. He flew out his last time at bat.
He's kind of the father of this started in – oh, big play right up the third base line. Will the throw be in time? It is not. Oh, they got him.
He pulled a hammy.
He pulled something. Trying to sit. Let's watch this replay. I mean, he sharply hit that down the third base line. Good play. Here we go, looking for the throw. There comes the ball.
And
he was out. Yes, he was. Good effort by Chris, though.
I thought there for a minute he was going to slide. It was sliding, but I think the hamstring got the best of him right before he got to the bag.
And Chris is going to feel that in the morning. But he's walking off with a smile. He's gingerly walking off, and that thing's going to get tighter than a banjo string. He better not sit down. So 2 down now for the West Virginia defense. I tell you what, that was a great play by the third baseman for West Virginia. That was Chris Fitzwater on the corner.
And we have Coolest up the bat again. And she's had quite an evening.
She has. She's represented well.
She is 2 for 3 for the night.
And she pops that one straight away. And that should be an out. And it is. That's the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the West Virginia defense. She's not happy with that. So the Mountaineers, West Virginia DNR are up next.
Now the big question is, how is this going to affect Mr. Simmons' pitching here?
Well, that's a good question because that could come into play. He probably would have beaten that out had he been able to slide on that turf better, but he hit that carpet and it just kind of stopped him with that jersey, and he kind of bounced his way to first. There wasn't much slide there.
I think he slid a little premature, but I think that, like I said, that was because of the hamstring.
He could have pulled it before he started down. It could have been part of the slide. So it'll be interesting to see if Chris comes back out. We've had several injuries this evening.
Yep. Well, I do have to tell my broadcast partner, congratulations.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. Actually won a prize here this evening, so excited about that. Also donated to a good cause, so very exciting.
So are we going to head down quarter G after this and make a stop at Cabela's?
Well, if they were open, we would. But don't you think I won't be looking on the website tonight?
Looks like we have a pitcher's change here.
Yeah, well, you made the call. You wondered if Chris would be coming back out. Is that Coach Moody coming out?
That is Mike Moody. He's a retired lieutenant with the Maine Game Wardens.
Coming out of retirement. We may have to. I think they should spot us 5 runs because Coach Moody is out of uniform. Anybody else with me?
I can't do that. He's coming in because of injury.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know. That's a very good point. We hope Chris is all right. Chris, we got to talk to him for what?
A great guy.
20 minutes. Yeah. And we hope that it's not severe. He'll be sore in the morning, though, I am sure. But hopefully he is okay. Because one thing about it, JD, the older we get and we get injured, we don't heal quite as fast.
It takes a little longer.
Coach Moody out there doing some windmills. He's stretching out a little bit.
He's a grizzled veteran. He'll probably put a lot of stink on the ball down there.
Oh, yeah. You know he's got junk in the old hip pocket there.
Up for West Virginia is number 9, Justin Deeds.
And he just stoves that into the ground. Can he beat it out? Throw is in time, and they got him for out number 1. That's good effort, though, by Deeds running it out. Shortstop for Maine had to really attack that one. And Coach Moody probably talked to Chris coming in and said, "You're killing me, Smalls."
So now coming up, you got Caden Kimball, number 23.
The Meals on Wheels, Kimball right here we go. Inside for ball one. And pops that one up. Nobody in the hole, and he's going to be at one as he blew that one. Right, he's fast, isn't he?
He's fast, and that's what the scouting report says.
Yes, it is. That's old Nimble Kimball right there.
Fast and like sunflower seeds.
Yep. He's probably faster when he's not chewing on sunflower seeds.
Mike Lundell is up, number 40.
Top of the order for West Virginia. Mike needs to get us started with something here. One down. And he drives that one out. It pops. Is it going to find? No, it finds. And Kimball outstretches himself and almost got in trouble. Was able to get back in time before thrown out.
Yep. He made up for it with a quickness there, getting back to the bag.
Yes, he did. So Lindell pops out for out number 2. And we are 4 outs away from the conclusion of this game. So West Virginia really got to do some work here.
Yep. Fitzwater's up the bat.
Didn't like that one.
He singled his last at bat. We could use another one of those.
Especially with Kimball. You single into right field, Kimball can maybe get 2. Right back down to Johnson, the third. He's going to get the lead runner. And he's safe, not in time. And thankfully for that good jump, Kimball was there. Let's see if we got a replay on that. Here it comes. Sharply hit, good coverage by the Braxton Live crew.
That was a bang, bang play.
Yes, it was. I'm glad I didn't have to make that call. Inside pitch.
Sampson is up this time, Hunter Sampson.
Hey, he's right down. Johnson off his shoulder, back past the shortstop, and West Virginia should score one. Kimball's rounding the corner. Is it in time? No, he's in trouble. Oh, he's on his feet. He's rumbling, stumbling, bumbling, and he's out for out 3. Good hustle by the Maine defense.
He was trying to make something happen.
Yes, he was. And that was an exciting inning, but no runs for West Virginia. And we're going to the top of the 9th after this break right here on Braxton Live.
We are in the Claudia L. Workman Wildlife Education Center, which is located on the Forks of Coal State Natural Area. This land was donated by Jack Workman in honor or memory of his late wife, Claudia Workman. There's kind of 5 parts to the education center here. Kind of the first when you come in the door is an orientation center, which has some exhibits about who the DNR is, what their agency does, and just about the state natural area, what's here maybe, a trail map on it. And then probably one of the first things people will notice is there's about a 1,500-gallon aquarium. Also, there'll be 3 cages that have reptiles or amphibians native to West Virginia in it. And then there's one area that deals with wildlife management, and basically wildlife management success stories. Animals that were either totally wiped out of West Virginia or almost wiped out of West Virginia, and then were brought back through scientific wildlife management by the DNR. And then there's another area on the other side that deals with habitat management, how the Division of Natural Resources manages habitat for wildlife. And there's kind of 3 islands or dioramas there. First one deals with an area that's just called early succession, right after maybe a timber cut or right after a fire or something, what animals might live in that type of habitat. Then the second island is talking about a young forest, maybe 10 to 15 years after a clear cut or a fire or something. Finally is a mature forest. And there's also an area basically dedicated to bird watching that looks out the back. The whole back of the building is basically covered with windows, so you see out the trees. Trying to make it interactive as possible, especially for little kids. There's a place with 2 binoculars that are tethered, and they can pick up the binoculars and try to see if there's any birds or anything they might want to look at, a tree out there or a squirrel or something. And also talking about pollinators, the importance of insects particularly, sometimes like hummingbirds, bees, and there actually will be a honeybee hive, observation hive that people can see from the inside there. But there's also miles and miles of trails in the property here. And so certainly after people come inside and see what's around here, we're going to encourage them to get outside and walk on the trails.
Welcome back to the Northwoods Throwdown. West Virginia taking on Maine in the second meeting between these 2 game warden institutions, and it's been a great evening, fun evening, a lot of interaction with the kids in the crowd. And unfortunately, West Virginia in a hole.
Yeah, they've come back as far as getting hits. It's 17 hits to 11, but we've left too many men stranded on base.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Maine said that there was going to be no queuing of country roads here tonight.
And
if we don't get busy.
We're down to our last 3 outs here.
Yes.
And Maine has an opportunity top of the inning to basically build on their lead. They're at the bottom of the order, but like I said, they're their number 11 hitter. They're going to be back at the top of the order. Be interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah, here's the bottom line. It's going to be tough to score 5 runs. If they add another run or two, then this makes it – every run makes it even more and more difficult for West Virginia.
So right now Dyer's coming up to the plate. He's got out on a fielder's choice the last 2 at-bats.
So we need some great Mountaineer defense, then our offense needs to kick it in. And he takes that. It's going to fall into the gap. Then it's going to be a standing single. And a good start for Maine here in the top of the 9th. Not what we wanted.
That's not what we wanted. Number 5, Garrett Moody, is up to bat again, and he's been 3 for 4 tonight. Been a solid hitter for him.
Yeah, had a good evening. He takes that, drives it to the shortstop, going for the lead runner. Got one, but couldn't get 2, bobbled it at second, and did a good job of sealing that and getting the lead runner out. And the lead runner just about got there before he locked it in.
He sure did with that little bit of a bobble there, but nice recovery on the bag.
Nice 6-4 interchange there.
Up next we have,
going into right field, sealed, and that is out number 2.
That was Erickson Shea there.
Popped out for Maine. 2 down now for West Virginia in their defense. And here comes Big Nick Johnson.
Yep.
Been solid on defense for Maine this evening at third base.
And he's been solid at the plate as well. He's 3 for 4 tonight.
That's a pretty good evening.
That's a pretty good deal.
And looks like he's going to be 4 of 5. As he's going to get a little single there, right up the middle. You know, anytime that ball goes back the opposite direction it came from, you've got the pitcher timed up just right.
Yep. Coming up to the plate again is number 8. That would be Josh Beal. He's 1 for 3 tonight. He had a base on balls.
And he's going into right center. Oh, it's bobbled, and it's going to fall. Maine's going to score 1. And they're going to send Johnson to third. Can they get him? No, it's off course. And major personnel change on bases as Maine scores 1. Johnson standing at third.
Beal advanced to second.
It was a great effort by West Virginia, but he just could not get another step. He'd have been right there, but he just couldn't get it sealed, and the Maine Mooses were running. Nine to 3 now on 20 hits on the evening, JD.
Yep. I mean, they are putting the ball in play. Up.
And that's going to be jammed right inside, and the shortstop seals it, but not before a little bit more damage has been done. It's 9 to 3. We're going into the bottom of the 9th, and this is the last opportunity for your West Virginia Department of Natural Resources game wardens to try and at least take this into extra innings.
Yep, and they've got a tall mountain to climb. They've got to score 6 runs to tie the game up, but they're climbing mountains all the time.
I'm telling you, that's right. They're always climbing mountains. Folks, we couldn't have done this tonight. We thank you all for joining us for sure. We could have done this without our sponsors. We want to thank Wyman's. We want to thank West Virginia Golf Association, Whitetail Frenzy, Whitecap Waste, United Insurance, Thin Blue Line Stitching, and the Shooter's Den.
Along with Striper Swiper Guide Service.
You see how I gave that to you right
you
there?
Did, sure did.
I stopped right there for you.
Simply Best Solutions, Senator Vince Deeds, Rodney Loftus Sun Contracting, Ready Box, and Princeton Elks.
Park Center Sporting Goods, Ohio River Outdoors, National Wildlife Turkey Federation with the Potomac Headwaters Chapter, Nitro Construction Services, and Moody's.
With the main operation Game Thief, Maine Community Bank, Lockhart's Inc., Lewis Nissan, Lee Miles Transmission, and Kennebec Savings Bank.
Hunter Safety System, Highlands Bank, Hatfield McCoy Trails, Harmon's Log Cabins, Hancock Lumber, Grove Street Tech Repair, and GoMart.
The Golly River Estates, Fly Rod Chronicles, Eldridge Lumber and Hardware, Dovetail Bats, Cold Brook Guide Services.
C. Adam Toney, Burke and Herbert Bank, Applied Construction Solutions, ALT's Enterprises, and Afterlife Taxidermy. Folks, support these organizations. They sponsored this program. They support what these DNR officers do in their states. They know the importance of protecting our resources and also introducing our young men and women to the great outdoors and the resources that it provides. So support their businesses. Tell them thanks if you're in their communities and you know these folks. Thank them for supporting this and sponsoring this, because we sure do. 9-3 here in the bottom of the ninth.
And you have Zach Liller up the bat.
If West Virginia loses this contest tonight, the series goes to 1-1. And he drives one into left field, and it forces the left fielder to turn and run over his shoulder, but a great over-the-shoulder catch for out number one. So West Virginia 2 outs away from falling to the Maine game wardens here at GoMart Park in the Northwoods Throwdown. Who we got now?
We got Cody Smith. Cody Smith, he flew out his last at bat. I think we had time.
We had time called. He was just getting a practice pitch.
Yeah.
He's subbing in. He's coming in for injured Chris Simmons. He's had to get a warm-up pitch here. And that's hit straight away center, and it's tailing off, and it's dropped by the center fielder. And it's a great start for West Virginia. Can we amass 6 runs? Yes, we can.
We got number 99 coming up, which is Robert Rakes.
And if Maine helps us out with an error or two, we could tie this ball game up. Drove that one. That's a little dribbler going to the second baseman. And I don't know that the throw is going to be made in time. It's not. Dory couldn't get turned on it. And we've got 2 runners in on the bags, JD.
You could tell Rakes was fresh to the game now. He was moving going down that first baseline.
Yes, he was. Beautiful evening under the lights for this ball game.
We have a substitution, Noah Pack, in the game.
Secret weapons coming out for West Virginia. Not happy with that one. Did not swing. Didn't like it at all. Ball 1. High and inside for ball 2. 2-0 the count now. Sharply hit into the 5-6 gap. Johnson's got it. He gets the runner at second for the second out. Well, we got runners on the corners.
With 2 outs. Little 2-out Lightning here to score 6 runs.
Can it be done? Yes. Is it likely? No. We've called a lot of games, JD.
Yeah, we have. Matthew Stover's up the bat, number 76.
If he'd put one over the wall, that pulls within.
Yeah. He flew out the last time at bat. I'm sorry, no, he hit in to a fielder's choice.
If he put it over the wall to get us within 3. Sharply hit the left field. He's been solid, and that fielder, he dropped the ball. We got a run coming in. That makes it 9-4. These little bloopers are causing some of the outfielders some issues for both squads. That was a great hustle and effort by the left fielder for Maine, though. Definitely got there quicker than I could have.
Adam Kirkendall coming up.
Chipping away, making a game of it, JD. West Virginia doesn't go down without a fight. Dynamite. And the pitch for Kirkendall. Takes inside, ball 1. High inside for ball 2.
believe they called that first one a strike.
Did they call the first
Yeah.
one a strike? Well, okay. We don't get any indication from the umpire, so not sure what that one was.
1-2 count.
1-2. Okay. And the pitch. Sharply hit down the third base line.
Foul ball.
I'm telling you. Foul, just like the birds our officers protect every day.
Nice pun.
That was a nice pun. Count still 1-2. Last 2-out rally. West Virginia put up 3 runs. We need another one.
Count goes to 2-2.
We only need 5 more runs to tie this up.
Mm-hmm.
Sharply hit. Is that going to be the end of the contest? No, it goes foul and out of play, and the left fielder can't get to it. He, another 4 steps, and he'd have been there.
He's battling hard.
Yes, he is. Here we go. Coach Moody checks, make sure all his personnel's in spot. The pitch, and he stoves it, and it's going to be caught. And that's the ball game. Nick Johnson seals it up. Solid there for third base all night. And your West Virginia Department of Natural Resources fall 9-4. And what's been a wonderful evening of softball and a great contest between these two Departments of Natural Resources.
Yes, congratulations to the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife.
Absolutely.
Nice win. Now the series is 1-1. There's got to be a rubber match.
There's got to be, yeah. Got to seal the deal. Both teams coming together on the field. Folks, we thank you for joining us. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks to our staff, everybody behind the camera, all the crew here for Braxton Live. We thank you for tuning in. Wherever you're at, we hope you have a great, safe remaining weekend. And again, the series 1-1. Maine wins it 9-4 here at Go Martin Ballpark in Charleston, West Virginia. JD, thanks for joining me. Great evening, my friend.
Wonderful time. Thank you very much for having me, and I hope to do this again.
Well, we'll be doing it in about a month when football starts.
We definitely will.
That's right. Well, folks, have a great weekend. Again, West Virginia falls 9-4. Series tied 1-1. Look for us next year. Hopefully this series continues right here on Braxton Live. Have a great weekend and good night, everybody.